We're live.
What's up?
Looking live at Live Trading with Benzinga, Spencer, Ryan, Zunaid, and Mitch will be here. Our special guest will be here in a few minutes as well. And it's Wednesday. It's Hump Day, guys. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day to you. Is that a nice new sweater you got there? I don't see the Benzinga logo on it, so I know it's not company official.
It's a zip up. There ain't no way this is inside out, right? That would be really weird.
It takes a special type of talent to wear that inside out.
But if anyone's got it, Spence, it's you.
This guy. All right. Let's talk. Yeah, what's up?
Go ahead.
All right.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher. Joy.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
Hey, did that freeze for any of you or just me?
No, I was sitting here jamming the whole time. It was awesome.
Yeah, I was sitting on my charts.
It didn't freeze for you.
It did not freeze.
That was weird. It just froze for me. That was really confusing. Okay, I wasn't sure if my computer crashed or what. Anyway, hey, I see Mitch here. Mitch, come on in. Mitch is having a really good morning this morning. He already won a bet. The day is young, and he has already won a bet.
Two bets.
What was the other bet?
The one that Dennis said that it would be a sell today.
Oh, I didn't know that was officially in the books. Anyway, Mitch and Enver made a bet at 7 o'clock this morning on, was it Rivian?
No, Lucid.
Yeah, it was Lucid.
Yeah, talk to me.
And the bet was I don't know if you did win the bet yet, Mitch, because there was no downside number. The upside number was 70.
It's 57.
Oh, it was 57? Okay.
We already
passed that. It was, what does Lucid hit first, 70 or 57? This is literally when Lucid was at six. Like,
hold on. Enver went ahead and said that it would hit 70 before. Mitch just robbed him. First off, Mitch just 100% took advantage of him. This man said that fleeced. He said it was going to go up $8, $9, $10 before it was going to go down.
Listen,
like
man,
4.
Listen, man, irrational.
Sometimes I'm hungry, man.
Irrational exuberance. So,
Enver,
poor Enver gets to stay on an hour later than usual tonight.
No, I get an hour of his time. So, hey, I get to use Enver on the weekend. Hey,
excuse me. Anyway, let's bring up some charts here. Who wants to start with what they're watching?
I'll go ahead, man. You've got mine up here. I wish we got to trade all day yesterday. Let me go mute my thing. Yes, went ahead and muted my screen. Here's why. Because Lucid, we had a loss, right? We traded this yesterday live. I went ahead and took an L on it because it stopped me out of the low of day, which was like 78 or so at that time. And then it had a nice little trend. So I was able to take advantage of this, made some really nice stuff. I didn't capture the whole move after hours. This was on Kramer. So you can see that's the after hour move there. And of course, the pop and drop. But reason I recap is because I'm looking for this to kind of possibly back test $54 or so. And that's where I want to kind of get back, especially if EVs are still hot. But let's take a look at Rivian as it's kind of come down here today so far. I'm looking for this to break 156 and ultimately go ahead and break 150 because that's about where I want to go short. Thankfully, I can do that via puts. We'll have to see how expensive they are, but I'll set some alerts right there. We'll set a nice little alert right there as well. So yeah, if the puts aren't too crazy, I would love to go ahead and get short this name right here. So those are the two basic ones that I'm looking at. Tesla, if it comes down to 1050, we'll go ahead and try to grab some calls on this one. But for now, that's all I've got. Right. Oh, Sava, yeah, it's apparently being investigated one more time because why not?
One more time. Let's go.
One more time. Did this one ever? Yeah, it definitely did, right? So I was trying to see if it ever broke 50 before. Now that I know that it has, I'm going to go ahead and set an alert for it to be right around, let's just say $50 or so. Because if it breaks 50, I want to go short.
If it breaks 50, it's about to break 50, like right now.
Wait, no, what is E-Trade telling me it's at?
It's at 50. It's at 50.85. Where
E-Trade has me at, not E-Trade, excuse me. TradingView has me at 51.17. So anyway, if it tests 50 and it can't break it, I will go short. Let's just put it that way.
We're like $1 below that. We're like knocking on the door of 50 as we speak.
Well, TradingView needs to get it together because I see literally you can just see that it says 50.40. So something's off here.
No, dude, we just hit 49.
Here, let me see what E-Trade has.
We just hit 49.
All right.
Yeah,
guys,
you're right. We did. You're right.
Just want to tell you guys, I'm here covering a position right now, a little bit into
48.
the pre-market.
Sorry, Mitch, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm just trying to cover a position here. I don't want you guys to not know that I'm covering it. Starting to cover some SPI. This is a trade that we gave right here on live trading. And how did it come? Because of the chat. The chat mentioned the catalyst. I ended up buying this at 5.15, selling some right now at 7.15, looking for the push towards 8 today. That would be an over 50% return. I already got 39% right now. Looking for that next push. Let's see if we can get 50. Can we get 50% return on a trade that you guys out here made? And that's what it's all about.
All right, Ryan, you want to share? Should we share your screen?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was doing. No, I have my screen shared.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm asking if you want me to bring it up, and you can.
Okay, yeah, sure. So a couple of things that I'm watching today. I'm going to watch PROG for a repeat of yesterday. We called this live yesterday. We had monster trades on this yesterday. Talk about staying all day and trading this. Man, there were multiple opportunities. Thing kept running, had a wild after hours. So I want to see how this actually trades today. I would be very, very careful on this. I'd pay attention to my technicals, have very, very tight stops. I think that this could probably pull. So if you get a poor entry, just be ready to cut it. You can always rebuy it if you need to. One of the other stocks that I'm going to be watching today is going to be Lucid. We kind of already talked about it. It gapped up again, but has really started to give back a lot of the aftermarket gains in the pre-market here. So what's going to be important is watching how this stock opens. I actually want to wait for this to kind of take hold. One thing that I don't want to do here is repeat the mistake that I made on SoFi when we traded those YOLOs last week. SoFi started to push right out of the open. I bought them too high. So for Lucid here, if we get the same type of move, I actually want to wait for that first pull on Lucid before we load up on those YOLO calls. We'll see what happens. Those are going to be the two big things that I'm watching today.
Okay, a couple of stocks on my radar we have not touched on yet. I'll take Ryan's screen off. One is Qualcomm. We didn't talk about that too much yesterday or at all this morning so far, but Qualcomm ripped higher yesterday. They gave some really, really bullish long-term, like 5-year out guidance as it pertains to their partnership with BMW and the chips that they're going to be making for electric cars and all these things. And so Qualcomm hit a high yesterday. Let me bring up my screen. Qualcomm hit a high of 183, I believe. Oh, come on, charts. Okay, forget that. 183 was the high in Qualcomm. So that would be my level here. And if we break that today, then obviously we're at all-time highs, and I would be buying. I would like lean on 183 as like whatever resistance we have right now, because we're at 180 right now. But you break above that, and I got no problem taking along above, making new all-time highs in Qualcomm. Also watching this one, and it's sort of cheating because it's not trading yet, but we have some IPOs today. One of them is an EV company. So I'm going to be watching, and again, it's not out, but ticker SEV, Sono Motors. I don't know when it'll open, but y'all know how hot EVs have been in the past couple weeks. Obviously coming off today, as we already just talked about, but SEV, new EV IPO. Rivian was obviously ridiculous last week, so going to have SEV on my radar when it opens. Watching Fubo today, watching Solo today. We'll have both those companies on Benzinga Live this afternoon. And those are kind of the stocks on my radar. And now Sava, because Sava got to $46.
Jesus Christ.
So
it couldn't just wait? I mean, come on.
No, it couldn't.
Ridiculous. Well, look, that's okay because look, here's what we need to happen. Then, if you'd like, my charts are up as well. Have it retest 50, right? Have it retest 50, and then let's go ahead and get some puts and enjoy it to the downside. If it breaks over 50 and base is over 50, 51, 52 or so, maybe we can go ahead and play it long. But I'm hoping for a retest of 50, and hopefully it fails, and we can come back in.
And yeah, actually, I'll throw MasterCard and American Express on my list as well because they were moving down with Visa this morning, and I would expect. Whoa, that was a weird spike at 9 o'clock. That's not a real tick. But watching the credit card companies this morning as well. Visa, Amazon saying they're not going to accept Visa credit cards over in the UK. So a race to zero. It's a race to zero. A race to zero fees in the credit card processor land. So Visa, Amex, MasterCard sort of in focus here today for me. But that's what I've got on my radar. Jim is following up on my Qualcomm comment with some other semis. ON,
AMD,
good. MXL, all-time highs. Gosh, how many stocks are all-time highs right now? Like half the market? That's
actually, I wonder if we can get stats on that.
I mean, we can. That's an easy thing to get. Well, we can use the Screener and Pro to get that.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's easy, Zunaid. I can't believe you didn't know that. Gosh.
I'm sorry. You know what I do know is that FaZe Clan just went ahead and announced a deal with Draft.
Just saw that. Yeah, is DraftKings is not trading off that?
Yeah, because FaZe Clan is not anything crazy. I just needed something to divert the attention from me.
Okay, fair enough.
What was I about to say? I forgot now.
I'm catching up on the chat. Let's see. They're talking about Peloton. Spy WYD is asking if it's still a buy.
Yeah, let's not. Can we talk about the fact that Peloton went ahead and diluted their shares and the stock went up $7, $8, $10?
Yeah, it is so interesting how a narrative can turn because usually it's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna issue more stock. That's dilution. But it's all on the other hand, it's like, oh wait a minute, they're gonna raise money. That's good. But also then again, it's like, wait a minute, you're raising money after you said you didn't need to raise money. So I don't quite understand that.
Remember also that Body had a really horrible earnings report. I think that went to going back towards Peloton as the favorite.
I don't. So, I know because
you could go it the other way too. It's like, oh, if Body's struggling, then the whole industry type should be struggling.
The whole at-home fitness.
It did show that, but it also showed that. So what's Peloton mostly concerned about, right? Is the MyX fitness bike. So the MyX fitness bike, they did sell a lot, but they couldn't deliver it. They literally had supply issues and they couldn't deliver it. So I think Peloton is more along here trying to make sure they have enough cash to make sure they have the supply to deliver.
This is where they had the opportunity to go ahead and raise some more cash, right? This nice little box that I've got highlighted. They went ahead and said, nah, we're going to go ahead and raise some cash here.
Hey, better late than never, right? Better late than never.
Man, oh man, is FaZe going public? Yeah, I believe they're going public. I know they're going public. I believe it's via SPAC.
Yeah, that sounds.
Wait, did they already go public? Oh shit! Wait, hold on.
What?
Well, he said it's up 6%. So, what SPAC is it?
FaZe Clan?
I don't know.
No, I don't think that's official.
Well, he just said it's up 6%.
Is it?
Chris just said. I trust.
Oh yeah. It's BRPM. It's BRPM. Yeah.
Come on, Spencer. You should have known that.
Dude, can't keep all these symbols here. Okay, so BRPM did spike on that.
Yeah. BRPM did.
Okay.
DKNG did not. I called out the wrong ticker. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this wonderful box of mine. But I do think there's a good chance that we go ahead and have Peloton test 60, and if it gets to about $50 or so, might be nice to grab a little bit of a bounce type test. Get to this little box here from the $50 area. So I'm going to actually go ahead and set an alert if it actually ever does come down there. Would be nice.
Can I just show you guys? I want to show you how I use Benzinga Pro just now. So we're talking about FaZe Clan, right? And like FaZe Clan, yes, I knew it was going public. I didn't remember what the ticker was. I didn't even remember if it was official. I thought it was just a rumor.
No,
and I had no
official.
idea. But I went to my news feed and I just typed in the word FaZe Clan, boom. And within 2 seconds, oh, look at that, BRPM. You don't actually have to remember anything when you have Benzinga Pro because it's right there. It's at your fingertips. So that's my excuse for why I don't remember jack about anything.
Because you've been spoiled.
Because I've been spoiled with this amazing search tool that I can just search for whatever I need.
Yeah.
In the moment. So I don't remember anything. It just
I don't remember anything.
No, I don't have to.
I used to work retail, and I kid you not, whenever I would make a sale, I'd ask the individual, hey, like, what's your name, your delivery address, what's your phone number? The number one comment I would get from that?
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know what my phone number is. It's not like I call myself.
Right.
It's like, come on, seriously? I don't care if you call yourself or not. You really don't know your own phone number? Like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
that's no. You can never trust somebody that doesn't know their own phone number. You know how all the kids are using the little red flag emoji nowadays? That's like 100 red flag emojis. If you do not know your own phone number, I don't have time for you.
There's also the other rule, right, Ryan? If you don't like dogs, I don't like you.
Yep.
So
you could actually expand that to animals in general, just because I'm such an animal person. By the way, speaking of animals, Spencer, your behavior, that's the exact same behavior my cat exhibits. So kudos.
Did you see that, Spencer? You're being related to a cat right here.
What?
Yeah.
You're a cat.
Because Spencer is so spoiled, he doesn't do things like no tickers. My cat.
That was such a stretch of a.
Yeah, come on. That was.
I'm over here looking at Spencer's like beard, his hairstyle, his eyes. I'm like, where is he going with
like
this?
a cat, Zunaid? He's behaving like a spoiled.
No, I know, but I didn't know he begged. I was like,
all right.
Don't worry. I got those temptation treats. I'll shake them. See if Spencer comes running over here.
That was a bit of a stretch, though, Ryan.
Okay. I'm
all for dissing people, but that was just a bit of a.
I don't think it's a diss. I don't think it was a diss.
Fine, whatever.
Here we go. Next time we have Ryan to the office, he'll go ahead and get him a glass of milk or something like that. But those are pretty much it. There's nothing else. Of course,
is the most common cat name.
Spencer might end the show right here, right now.
That could be true. I don't even like my name, so you can insult my name all the way. I would agree with you. I've never liked.
If you had to pick a name, where would it be?
I don't know. I don't like any.
FaZe Clan.
Ian.
I don't like any boy names, so I'm sort of.
Would it be Piton?
Piton? No.
DWAC.
Sava could actually be a real name.
Wait, speaking of DWAC, I was looking at that one yesterday. Because have you seen the volume in DWAC is just falling off a cliff? Yesterday, a little over 5 million shares traded. Every single day, the volume is down in this thing like by half or more. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
I've got it right here.
Yeah.
Just literally. Yeah, you're right. It's like a staircase down. It's what it is.
Yeah, it's just a volume. Yes, a staircase of volume down to hell.
Yeah.
But the stock.
Look at how much is still up. Yeah.
I know it hasn't been going down. It's just staying at.
Once it breaks 50, it's like here we go. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it amazes me that you still got GME up there. You still got AMC up there.
I know,
it's like
pretty wild. It's
like grandma still got this in her RRA.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, hats off to anyone who's still long all of these things, because the conventional wisdom is, they make the move and then they come all the way back, but they're not coming. They have not come all the way back.
I've been waiting.
Yeah. No, I think that's not a good, prudent strategy to wait, because you may be waiting for a while. What else here? So I'm just keeping an eye on big movers in the last few minutes. Sava is sort of the big mover of the last half hour. Sava and the FaZe Clan back. But I'm just keeping an eye out for news as we head 7 minutes into the open here. If anyone sees anything dropping in chat.
Well, we've got Chris in the chat saying another potential Trump-related SPAC deal could be coming tomorrow. Rumors are heating up.
I think the first time it was cool. The second time, though, I don't know.
Well, the second time people are thinking they missed it the first time.
I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I buy it the second time.
Schmomo.
I don't know.
Do we already know the SPAC that it's supposed to work with?
I saw it briefly yesterday, but maybe I saw Chris's article. But
Chris, I need you to type it in the chat so I can go all in.
I don't know if I buy it again. Once was enough, I feel like. No? All right.
Mitch, what were you going to say?
All right, let's go. Let's start talking about some stocks here mentioned in the chat. FSLR was one that was mentioned. Not a bad move. It pulled back there towards the 104 there. You're looking for a pullback and a bounce here off the prior resistance. Let it get back above this resistance. If it could clear back above this, you'll still be bullish today. So to me, that's 106. Let us get back above 106 today, not head down towards that 100. We'll see if First Solar can get on up there. I know that someone mentioned that in the chat. Of course, we're going to be watching PROG at the gates. We'll see if this one can keep moving. Yesterday, we made it move above 6. So what are we looking for today? Let's take a look here at the hourly. If you see on the hourly, we're kind of not in a pattern right now. At least I wouldn't call this any pattern. So to me, this is not setting up as good as it was yesterday. So just be careful for some pullbacks in PROG. If we go to the 5-minute, at least this sets up a little bit easier here. Now you can see at least a pattern. You can see kind of this flag pattern, multiple bottoms here coming off of this support here. So we'll see if this can kind of hold and get back on up. It had multiple tries to get on out. We'll see if it can get through 6 at the open. If not, I could look for a move down through 550, maybe pulling back to 5, getting another setup on the daily. Of course, we could pull back closer towards down here, towards this 450. We'll see what happens in PROG. That is one that I'm watching. SPI, of course, I did sell some of it into this move here. So going to look to see if SPI can continue to kind of make that lift through 7 today. We had a pre-market move to 8. So let's see if we can get that lift to 8. That won't be a bad one to watch. Another one that I'm watching today, guys. You guys know how I like my drip. So I'm going to be watching DRIP. This is oil inverse ETF here. This is 2X. So I'm looking for DRIP to get on up through 475, make a move to 485, and then $5 today. This might be my day trade today, and we'll see what happens with this. Another one that I'm watching is LAZR. I want to see this one, see if it pops back on up. Of course, we had a nice run to 22. Looking for another run up there towards 22. We'll see if I can get an ad on this name. I did sell out completely of my outlet. Just want to let everybody know. Did sell out completely of this move. I got it down here, sold up here. I'll go ahead and I'll get out of the trade, especially with the reversing market. And at least I think that we're going to get a downside move today. I'm not going to be an outlet anymore here because it didn't pop towards, let's say, 5 and stay above 5. It popped 5, pulled back here. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'll take my profits. This was a 20 and a 10% gain on the rewards. Not a bad trade there. And we'll see if we can get some other moves into the open. Catching up with the chat, trying to see if there's any tickers that are there that are standing out to me. Looks like NVIDIA, Disney being mentioned, but those are not really some that I'm going to be looking at. HUT is a trade I still have my YOLO on. It can't get back above 1440s today. We actually want to see a breakdown through 1390s. If that happens, we'll start getting good in the green. We're already up about 17% on this option. We'll see if we can close it near 50% down past that 1350 today. We'll see if we get that push. FSIL also being mentioned by Raul there. I'll go ahead and I'll touch that one. That one's an interesting chart. It has been going on up, but I think you're going to start seeing a couple of these trades pull back, especially if they've been making recent daily moves on up. Look for some pullbacks today. I think we're going to have a little bit of a weaker market.
I can't believe we got stood up today.
Yeah, we did get stood up, but I got another trader out there, Zunaid, actually from the chat that's going to be joining us at 10:30. You guys will be getting on out of here, but I do have a trader that watches our show, literally has been trading Tesla and has been nailing Tesla in the background and wants to tell us all about it. So we'll get into that. That's at 10:30.
Okay.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. I lose on Tesla all the time. I better pay attention.
If you watch our show and you ever want to like come on, just shoot us an email, right? shows@benzinga.com.
That's exactly what this person did.
That email goes to like 10 people. So someone's bound to respond to you. Shows@benzinga.com. There it is.
If they don't, reach out to Jason. Let them know no one responded to you.
Oh God, don't do that.
So
I'll be out here replying at 2 a.m. because I'm not trying to get email from Jason.
It's Devin Winter that's going to be joining us. So stay tuned, guys.
All right.
Awesome. You just gave this man's government name?
Yeah,
or
man. You gotta put it out there, you know?
Government name.
It's his tag, so I'm sure it's not.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, damn.
we got Abercrombie Fitch in the chat talking about TJX. Yeah, I think the call is going on right now. I think that's why we just spiked just now to new highs for the pre-market session in TJX. So,
why are all the EVs down?
I mean, they've been running hot.
Yeah, they've been flying.
All
the
right,
EVs.
let's take a second here. Let's do a little like push, guys. It looks like we're not even breaking 100 likes right now. We're over 750 people here, guys. You guys do me the favor, smash that like, support us as we support you guys. We're trading absolutely live for free. If you guys want me to go all the way until 11 today, I need you guys to smash that like. I'm going to go out and put out a like goal of 400 likes for me to stay past 11. Yes, I said it. We'll go all the way until
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's pull up the Skinner 2-1 Pro.
Mine's already open.
Bell there. Opening bell. Ding, 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 ding. Ring that bell.
The options. I'm already looking at options. Ooh, we got a little bit of Facebook action. We got a little bit of Netflix. All right. Got some Netflix action happening here. They're buying the 700s that expired today. Not today, excuse me, this week.
Man.
Let's see what Netflix looks like.
All right, there you go. There's the hut flush. The guys, I'm getting the hut flush right out the gate.
Boy, I thought you were going to say something else.
Blue 42 set hut.
Mitch has already got his cadence, his snap cadence ready. I love it.
Breaking down there, baby. Where are all of my hut haters? They were hating on me hard on Twitter because I found some guy that literally this was his profile. He just literally had a hut t-shirt. He got so mad that I was shorting hut. And what they don't know is this is a short-term position. It's a 2-day trade. I'll probably trade up hut on the long side eventually. We'll see if we can get through 1350s down to 1370s right now. A nice break right out the gates there. Mara is actually trading up.
700.
Just want to call it out. Mara is actually trading up on this. This is surprising. Look how that moved out the gates.
Not really sure why Burlington Stores, BURL, is just opened up 3% here this morning. No volume in the pre-market. Just decided to open up. Like,
you want to put that up?
Well, like $9 for the hell of it here. Where's my yeah, sorry. My details is being super freaking wonky today, so I'm relying on a different platform for my charts. But I saw it right there on the top right of my. Was it the top right? Yeah, the top right of my
PROG through 6, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, PROG is up there as well as far as gainers off the open. But I saw Burlington up there as well. It's sort of how I noticed this year, but not really sure if I mean I'm sure. I mean I guess I do know why it's moving with TJX. So whatever TJX does, BURL will follow. For now. So let's have that on our radar as I said with the move. Sava, there's some buy the dippers coming in Sava. A little bit of buy the dip happening. We're at 52 right now. So I don't know, Zunaid, if you're still watching that.
I'm actually focusing on Netflix right now. Looking for it to Rivian just went in and broke 155. Picked up a couple of shares. Sorry, got a few things going on. Picked up a couple of shares of PROG, but don't follow this one because if it breaks this VWAP, I'll be out, and that'll be a really, really quick one. But I am looking at Netflix to possibly break 700. I'm going to take a quick trade here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 715 Netflix calls that expired this week. And again, if it breaks 695, I'll be out. So know that this could be a very quick stopped trade. And Rivian just went ahead and broke 155 as well.
Rivian did?
You've got PROG that went ahead and targeted some option calls as well. And then you got Netflix at 700. Too much is happening.
Yeah.
Those Netflix calls ran away, man. That was 310 bid now. Did you get filled on those?
Yeah, but I'm also in PROG, so hang on one sec.
All right, got one contract to close here at 69. This will give me a nice 40% gain on the options. I'm looking for 50, but I'm going to look to close one contract right here. That's on HUT, guys. Boom, 42.
Yeah, my Netflix fill was 280, so it's nothing.
All right, I'll throw you.
I wasn't in the money too much. Yeah, there you go. You got Netflix here.
There you go.
Went ahead and hit 700. I was in PROG, so I couldn't take the profit on it, but that's fine for now. PROG, if it goes ahead and breaks 590, I will be out on PROG. And Netflix, again, I have the 715 calls that expired this week. Those are the two trades that I'm in. And PROG, I'm out.
Huge
Damn.
PROG pull.
PROG.
Nice job.
It was a loss. What you mean?
Yeah, but you cut your loser.
That's what matters, right?
You followed your plan. You followed your plan.
All right, guys.
But now it's testing low of day. But go ahead.
One contract closed. I'm gonna keep it going. Let's see if we can hold through 1350s. We don't want to see it back up here towards 1385s here. I want to see a continued flush move on HUT. Let's see if I can get 50% on these options. Looks like I'm actually going to close an option in the green, guys. What is this?
Way to go, man. Way to go.
I'm still watching PROG, hoping for a bounce here. If we can stand in here, I might or if we can bounce here, I might just scalp this.
Yeah, I mean, you could
it looks
possibly.
Heavy. It looks heavy, Zunaid. I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah, you could have a stop loss right below 550, right? It's kind of testing that low of day, looking for a quick double bottom or not. But yeah, for me, if it gets down to 5, I'll go ahead and get back in. 550, I don't quite know, especially because I'm already in Netflix and I don't want to, deviate my attention too much. But you did have some options coming in. They were buying the 7.5s that expired this week. So actually, you know what? We're going to take a stab at it. Taking a small size on PROG, stop loss below 550. Again, it's one of those where I'm risking like 20, 25 cents, and I'm hoping to get at least $1 or so out of it. Keep in mind that I have Netflix, which is above 700, so I am doing okay so far this morning, so I'm okay taking a little bit more risk. Horrible mentality, but it is what it is. I am only human. You've got Rivian, by the way.
Still no bottom in PROG. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine. Come on, PROG. Just go back up. Ooh, Netflix. To the downside.
Looking around at some of the other stuff. Square strong out of the gate here.
Yeah, they had something about Tidal. Is that how you pronounce it? Opening it up for free or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that. Dorsey tweeted something.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah. Good call out there. And Bravo in the chat. Visa and MasterCard. All right. We're seeing some real industry-wide weakness this morning in the credit card companies. Visa, MasterCard, AXP. AXP is sort of your leader.
Dropping also.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. Most things are down, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got a handful of big stocks higher, but most stocks, for the moment, are down to start the day. Most big ones.
Nice shout there on Mullen. That looks like that's trading up here.
Yeah, big move here, up 10%. Oh, I'm seeing triple BY. What's going on in Bed Bath at 24.25, now higher.
I mean, AMC's been holding well lately. AMC's having a great day too, guys. I could see this going to 50 today. You guys always, one of the things that happens is you stop paying attention to the stock, then it rips. That's why you're seeing the apes super excited. They're definitely looking at that push. I wanted to get back in at 40. I'm telling you, when I miss a buy, that's usually just goes signs for me just missing out. I definitely have the FOMO today. I could see AMC pushing to 45 today. If it pushes to 45, it very much could get that momentum and get on up there to 50.
All right. So Bravo owns Visa, and he's in some trouble here. So let's talk about Visa for a second.
All right, let's do it.
You just got
you got the chart?
Huge gap down. I don't. You do. Huge gap down this morning. Is there any area where we feel comfortable saying it falls below this, you sell? Bravo.
These are no touches to me. We've been talking about these.
That's not the point. Bravo, he's already been touching. It's kind of the point here, right? So, saying no touch doesn't help him because he's already in it. So, Bravo, let's talk about this. Do you have some kind of a hard and fast rule that says I never lose more than X on a trade, whether it's a percentage amount or dollar amount? And if so, what is that rule? And if you have that rule, how far are we with Visa? Because now we're down here, 5% for the day. But if you go back to the last couple of weeks, we're actually down a lot more than that. So, this stock was $236 3 weeks ago, and now we're down to $204. So, That's a different person in the chat. So hold on. I'm
Quite
trying
a big spike here out of the open too. Sorry to interrupt you.
I don't
but
know.
just saw that.
I guess like psychologically, 200 is a nice round number, right? On Visa, for like some sort of line in the sand where if it breaks below that, you say, okay, I'm done, uncle. But I'm trying to find my charts are not really working for me, so I can't really bring up any moving averages or any VWAP or anything like that because I don't really have them at my disposal right now.
You need help here. We're just going to look at Visa, right? I can pull it
Yeah,
up on mine if you'd like.
I would love to see like some moving averages in Visa, right? 50-day, 200-day, 20-day, any of the above.
There's
I mean, for me,
250 on my chart, but
yeah.
Okay. So we've got on the chart up here, the blue was the what?
So here's the daily one. That was the weekly. So the daily 200 is above it. The daily 50 is above it, showing a very bearish trend.
Right. This is not. Yeah.
This is not good, guys.
Situation.
I would stay away from MasterCard. I'd stay away from PayPal. I'd stay away from Square. I've been calling the red flag since I saw that DOJ news, and I am telling you, next year, watch out. I just don't like these.
Yeah, I mean 200 because it's a nice round number, but honestly, nothing about this looks any good. If you're in it for a long,
I mean, if you're investing, it's completely different than trading.
I know, but if you're in it for a long trade,
average down.
I would consider, if not selling out now, sell because we're bound to get a pop today of a couple bucks at some point, and I would sell it into that pop, but I don't know. This doesn't look good. I'm sorry.
All right, guys. HUT just went through 1350s. I'm looking for it to continue moving through the 1350s. That would be a definitely good sign. That's actually the break even for the option is at 1352. So if we can get below that, of course, this is going to really start getting us some good gain on the return. I'm up about 42% on the option, looking for above 50. We'll see if we get there. Drip looking good for me today as the SPY, overall SPY dropping down there. Let's take a look at the SPY here, see if we can find a bottom. It looks like we had multiple bottoms on the 1 minute. We're trying to find that reversal near 9:45 and 10. Let's see if we get that reversal. Let's take a look at the sectors today. Looks like everything is in the red from the open. No, it looks like there's two. There's basic materials and energy that are up from the open. Of course, this is only from the open. Everything else is pretty much down. The worst sector being real estate.
Damn, who's...
Sorry,
who is blowing up?
That's me.
Man, Zunaid, you're a popular guy.
That's
holy cow.
Sorry, I've heard my phone go off like that since high school.
The FaZe Clan news is just popping right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've got some. I'll talk about it later. But go ahead.
Jeez.
I'm in here trying to scalp PROG. This thing is moving fast. I've actually hit it twice here, but not for anything of note. Been a real fast mover here on PROG. And it's crazy too, because like it feels heavy, and then all of a sudden it will go ahead and it'll go ahead and move. Let me bring it up here on Pro. I'll show you what I mean. And so I did this through the 560 and the 570. Here we are at 580. So I guess I probably should have just hung on to it and not scalped it. But this is tough, man. This is moving around quickly.
Yeah, it is. And that 550, I'd initially gotten stopped out and was able to get back in.
Well, see, that's the thing. That
now it's over VWAP, so,
See, that huge pull, or Zunaid, that's why I looked at it, right? So they pulled it right through the stop. And when they hit 550, man, they blew out everyone that had stops at 550. That thing dropped like a stone. And as soon as it started to hold in there and started to reverse, I was more interested in it. Here we go. Looks like we're going to move back through 6 here, though. No position as of right now.
SPI also pushed on up above VWAP, looking for a VWAP hold now. This would be a red to green move. We want to see it hold 709 on pullbacks, get back up there to 750. This might actually be a better setup for me, at least I'm thinking, than PROG today, just because you already got an extension on PROG. You haven't gotten that extension on SPI, and you do have a good high to go after. You have an $8 move in the pre-market. It was actually after hours yesterday until like 7 o'clock. We'll see if this one can get roaring.
AZR exploding might halt to the upside. This already halted once, didn't it? That's what that gap is here on this 1 minute.
Yeah, I would add to my SPI here, but there's just no point. It's just going to change my average cost and put myself in a worry. So I'm just going to let it keep working. It's up 43% right now, looking for a 50% gainer on this one.
All right. PROG is actually the second most searched ticker on Benzinga Pro today, but half those searches are from Ryan. So I'm not quite sure how accurate that is.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
The most searched ticker today on the platform is Lucid. Lucid is your number one trending stock today on Benzinga Pro, followed by PROG, followed by Rivian, followed by Tesla, followed by GoEV and Peloton. So
that's funny as shit.
Yeah.
PROG right at the pivot now, right here, about 590. Just kind of watching this.
Yeah. If it kind of consolidates a little bit, I mean, you can dabble in some size here, right? Just a small one with a break of 575 being your stop loss. Again, if they yank it, you might lose a bit more. So make sure you're ready for that. But
well, see, that's so Zunaid, I'm glad that you said that, because that was the exact strategy here. I'm basically just scalping 1,000 share lots. Right, I've done it twice. I've done 2 scalps, 1,000 shares per hit here, and I'm looking for a couple of pennies. Ooh. And the reason is because I think that this is going to pull, like what you just said. Those pulls are fast. You saw that one when it pulled from 570 to 550, and then flushed out those stops, bro. I don't want to be in that. So I'm looking for just a couple of ticks, and I'm actually waiting for the pulls and trying to buy the bounce. That's been the strategy here. I'm 2 for 2, but it's just for peanuts. It's just not for a lot of
Yeah.
That's
no,
peanuts,
I feel you.
by the way. Don't get excited. Okay.
No, that's
nuts. Chill.
All right. So I just want to put this one on your radar, Zunaid and Ryan, that you guys like some options trade. I do like this Monday. Monday.com. I've been calling this out since this push, and it pulled back on this 12th. I called it out right here on Money Mitch, back down at the 365 level. And this one's been strong. It had that candle. I thought it could take out 450s really quickly because it was so strong on up there, and it got that reboost through the nice daily breakout zone. So looking for that to continue strong today. Could be a little bit of a longer play, but definitely I like the approach here, and it could go into that gap, get on up there towards, let's say, 442s today.
Have you opened the options chain on this one?
No, I haven't.
Bro, it is spready.
It is?
And I'll leave it at that.
I mean, bro, that's what equity. I would trade the equity, but I came to you guys maybe to see if it was cheaper on the option.
No, and I liked the idea, which is why I went to go check it out. But Ryan, you've got some idea on the spreads here. You were
okay, so this week's 420 call is 6 by 11. It's 6 by 11 here,
and
actually,
there's 4 volume. There's 4 contracts.
Check this out. I think I can do this. Send to red. That's the screen. Look at this. Yes, we can do this. Look at this. So basically, what I've done here is I've put the option chain on this tree. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know that you can do this, but in any case, if you're a Thinkorswim user, you can actually use the active trader. Hang on a second.
It's got to trade right now.
No, I'm not trading. I got someone trying to do a huddle with me at work, and it's like, bro, I'm live trading. I can't do this right now. Anyway, you can load the option contract into this trader so that you can trade it just like stock. It's hilarious when you do it on something like this. Look at this spread. 620 is your bid. Let's go find the ask.
Yeah, where is it? How high up you got to go?
12.
Whoa.
That's not even tradable, man.
Exactly.
That's not even tradable. I'm not touching this. No.
But if you're good with playing commons, then yes, Mitch, I think it could be a nice trade. It's just funny because you mentioned options. I went to go look at it, and I was like, this is spready.
Well, it looks like that one is more of a common share then.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, for sure.
I was gonna say I look at that spread, got PTSD. I'm gonna go back to scalping PROG for penny. I'm not gonna risk that.
All right. Yeah. So being mentioned in the chat, FSLR, Christy was talking about this one early. It did get back above 105, 106. Would want to see 105 hold on any pullback right now. Look to see if you can get back towards that 110, Christy. I just wanted to give you the shout out. I know you're paying attention to that stock, and we'll definitely take a look at it for you. Looks like IonQ, Born calling towards the moon. Just want to take a look at some of the ones. Roku's still sinking. Definitely be careful with that. Hex talking about EV Go is a go. Definitely smash the like, guys. We're going to keep doing this all day long. If we get to 400, we'll go past 11 o'clock today. We're at 255 likes. So definitely smash the like, guys, if you guys are enjoying this, and hit the share button. We want to get this to everyone out there, especially your friends that want somewhere to trade live, right here is the place. I saw someone mention earlier that we're like the View. I don't know if that was a positive or a negative, but hey,
I prefer TNT.
I'm not even gonna say it.
I prefer like the, what is it, basketball? TNT. I don't know what the exact show is called, but I prefer that. Right.
So who's the Barkley? Who are we fading?
Is Spencer Ernie Johnson?
Yeah, Spencer's Ernie. I'd like to be Shaq if that's okay.
For sure I am. For sure I'm EJ.
Yeah.
But
I'll be Shaq.
Fade? We need a Barkley.
I'll be Barkley.
There you go.
Oh, that's terrible.
I actually listened to your sports advice, Ryan.
Terrible idea. I don't think that we should do that.
Speaking of terrible idea,
best attempt at a Charles Barkley impression. I'll probably never do it again.
Speaking of terrible ideas, you've got PROG coming back down to 550s. So keep an eye on this one if you want to bottom fish.
So this is why, Zunaid.
Guys, I'll be right back. Hold on, my pro is crashing. I have to talk to our dev team.
All right.
Can you? Okay, I'm glad someone's talking to them right now. Okay, anyway, with PROG, this is exactly why I was trading it the way that I was trading it, Zunaid, is because I did not have the confidence that this thing was going to really rocket like it did yesterday. It feels heavy. It wants to go back and forth. It's running right up into this pivot and getting pulled back down 40 cents. The last thing I want to do is actually hang on to that. So my strategy here is waiting for a pull. When the pull comes, when it looks like it's kind of slowing down in velocity, grabbing some, scalping it a couple of cents to the upside, and then reloading. Now, if I do this throughout the course of the day here and I continue to be successful, I could actually have $500-600 in profit by the end of the day. But I'm going to pick my spots. I'm going to be tactical about it, and I'm not going to try to overeat. Because as soon as I do that, as soon as I look for that huge move, this thing's going to get absolutely yanked, and my trades are going to go into the red. I don't want to let this go red today.
Yeah, no, for sure. And for me, if I'm already in the position, right? So for me, the stop loss is going to be below low of day, which is 540. I want to see if it can get above VWAP and hold it for maybe about 10-15 minutes. Then I can go ahead and maybe add some size as well. And then go up there. I'm just reading the chat. We've got Andrew saying Zunaid is just a knucklehead, man. I'll go ahead and be Shaq. That's fine. I have no worries being Shaq.
I think Charles Barkley likes to say knucklehead a lot, so I think he was trying to.
He was trying to help. Yeah. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
he was giving you your line.
He's a knucklehead. I love Charles Barkley. I don't know if there's ever been someone that I've disliked more when they were playing and then liked more when they were announcing than Charles Barkley.
I don't know.
It's phenomenal.
I just tried the fade Barkley trade, and I've made some good money off that.
Fade?
Yeah, every time he bets on one team, if you look at the stats, he's like less than 30% accurate on his picks for NBA. So all I do is whenever he picks something, I pick the opposite. And I'm telling you, man, it works out for me half the time. I get so mad, Ryan, when he goes and calls out my team that I'm like, now I got to go hedge my bet because Barkley just said that my team would win today.
Well, hey, if he's 30% success and you're fading that, not a bad strategy,
right? That's why I try to
right up 120.
They I think it's DraftKings that puts up the stats on that, and they actually call it out. They call out how Barkley's that bad.
I mean, hey, it's good TV.
How's DraftKings doing 39 handle, man? This thing is.
I had to let it go this week. Remember?
Yesterday.
I tried to swing it at 41 and got rid of it. I'm glad I got rid of it. So looking for Hut to flush through now. It needs the flush, guys. I'm looking for the flush. Let's see if we get the flush. I've been waiting for this 1350 flush. We've been talking about it. Look at this. 1 try, 2 tries, 3 tries. What do I always say about the opposite way for the rule of 3, right? I call it out for the upside. I'm going to call it out here for the downside move, okay? So we talk about this commonly for upside moves. I'm going to call it for the downside moves. So whenever you see the 3 pops on the downside pattern, right here, you got downside pattern, 1, 2, 3 pops. You don't want to see it get past that pop, because if it passes that pop, it's going to be a reversal trade and actually go positive and go bullish. What you want to see is a flush down to the support and a breaking of support from this point on. It's okay to come up near the resistance, but you want to see it flush through the support and now just completely crash down. How could we measure this move? We could measure the flag here. The flag was about, I would call this about $1.08. So let's see if we can get that breakdown from around this 1360s for $1 down.
You've got Rivian that went ahead and broke 150. Go ahead. I'll go ahead after you.
No, it wasn't about a trade, so I wanted to let you go first.
Well, so Rivian
Go.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Go,
Rivian
go.
went ahead and it broke 150. So right now I am in the 140 puts. Went ahead and grabbed it at 353. But wait for it to kind of come back and test if you like the idea. But I already told you guys pre-market if it was going to break 150, I was going to go ahead and grab some puts. Got the alert, grab a put, and now we're up about 15%. Go ahead.
Yeah, and actually that looks to keep going up. 420 ask on those puts now. Great call. I just really quickly wanted to address Scar Joe Rabbit saying, "You ever going to fix Ryan's mic? The activation spike. Enough already." Does anyone know what she's talking about? I have.
Yeah, sometimes the first second or two that you speak, it's like a staticky, louder, voice, if you will. By the way, PROG stepped out, yanked.
Thank you for that. I will look into that and try and fix that.
It happens, man. One of the things is, do you have an audio interface?
Yes, I have a mic pre, a Focusrite mic pre.
That's probably what's causing it to spike a little bit there. We'll fix that up. We'll get that fixed up. No worries.
We'll get you a technician.
Thanks for the shout, ScarJo. We will look to fix that.
I mean, that's what it's all about, guys. If you guys are noticing something's wrong on our screen, something's with our audio, definitely let us know. We're going to fix it. I mean, we want you guys to enjoy being here with us. That's what this is about. We're building a community of traders here on Benzinga that can trade live with us right here at the bell. And it doesn't matter if you're a day trader, if you're an options trader, or a swing trader, you can hang out in this room. That's where most of the time where you'll find chat rooms focusing on day trading. Then you'll find chat rooms that focus on options trading. Then you might find a chat room that focuses on swing trading. Right here, you can get it all, and that's what I like. You get some YOLOs from Zunaid. You got Ryan taking trades. He takes swings, and he takes options. I'm over here trying to do some day trades and swing trading, and that's what it's all about. We're all together going at this, and you guys out there can let us know when there's some big movers. We can catch those, just like I caught the SPI. It was all the chat, and that's what it's all about here. SPI is still doing great today, too, guys. Let's see if it's made it up to $8 yet. Did make a spike right quick. Now it's coming back down towards VWAP. It's giving you an opportunity. It went up there towards 768. So I'm looking at it right now at 720s. Want to see a hold of $7 for the downside. And I want to see it get back above 775 here. Looking for a VWAP bounce play. We'll see if we get that VWAP bounce in SPI right now.
Speaking of VWAP bounces, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my Rivian trade. Right now, I'm still in the position. Went ahead and perked back up above 150. That's fine. For me, I'm waiting. I hope, right? It obviously is going to, decrease the value of my contract. Sorry, you've got Mitch. No, you're good. You've got Mitch long drip DRIP. For me, I'm waiting for Rivian to come back up to VWAP so that I can grab some more puts for that rejection of 155. So I already got a couple of contracts here, but I'll go kind of quote unquote full size if it tests VWAP, and I can go and grab some more.
All right, guys. So this is going to be a quick trade in drip. I did just take that trade. I'll show you guys the setup here. So I got in there at 473s, looking for this to push on up there through 480s, up there to $5. That'd be a 25 cents on the upside. Looking for a 10-cent risk on the downside. So if we got in there at 73, we're looking at a 63 out. We'll see if we can get it back above 5. If we do get that 5, I'll look for a $5 pop, and then look to sell into that pop wherever it goes. If it goes maybe 525s, I'll definitely take that off. Now, I do want to point out Mara. Mara did a crazy move out the gates. It actually spiked here and then really started crashing down. I'm going to see if Mara continues that crash down. Of course, that's going to help my HUT trade continue on the downside. As long as these Bitcoin stocks can continue on the breakdown, we could continue seeing this breakdown and relationship kind of really start going on the downside. Let's take a look at Lucid, the big movers of the day. Lucid couldn't get above that VWAP. That just shows me that people were really scared once it opened and they started taking profits. Doesn't mean that it can't get back above that 56, but I do think that some people panic sold as they saw it as they saw their return just dropping just from the highs towards that open. It was about a 5%, 8% loss of returns. So what happens is a lot of the times you get that panic seller right out the gates. I'd actually look for this on the hourly to maybe test back up. It doesn't mean that it can get through that 61 today, but definitely I think you're seeing that kind of panic sell, and we'll see if it continues. SPY is big on the downside.
Really quick with that Lucid, I think that's helping Zunaid's trade right now. Zunaid's trade looked like that's up about 25%. So I think those might move in tandem. Sorry to interrupt, Mitch.
No, it's actually, especially if you're talking about the stock, interrupt me. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so after you're done, let me know. Well, if you're done, yeah, Rivian is currently down, right? You went ahead and shorted this one at the break of 150. It popped back up, and I told you, hey, I'm in a position here, and I will go ahead and grab some more if it goes ahead and touches 155. It said forget 155. I'm going towards 145, and that's exactly where we are here right now in Rivian. Those contracts are up 40%. I am going to be a stubborn SOB, and I'm okay with that because I want this to flush all the way down to 141, and that's when I will go ahead and close out my position. My risk is a little bit more because I've had a good week so far, but that's what I'm looking for. If it comes back and tests VWAP, I'll grab some more, but 141 is where I want this to flush.
Definitely, guys, smash that like button. It looks like someone talking about here, just some investors saying, starting to dig Benzinga a lot lately, doing good work. Hey, we appreciate that feedback. That's what it's all about. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to do it for you guys out there. If you guys aren't enjoying the shows, let us know. That's the feedback we need to know, because it's really all about having a place that you guys can hang out all day, whether it be live trading, whether you're watching Benzinga TV and you're getting some cool entertainment from, you know, Killer AB in a rat suit, whatever it may be. You know, that's what we're going to bring you. We're going to bring you crypto. We're bringing you NFTs. Everything about the markets is right here on Benzinga.
Yeah, you know, the other thing about Benzinga, at least for me, remember, I started this trading journey before I worked here. And one of the things that I noticed along my journey is that if you're constantly measuring yourself against pros, you're doing it wrong. You should be measuring yourself against only yourself, and you should try and keep company that helps give you positivity. So we're just regular guys here, right? I'm not a trading millionaire. We're trying to do the same thing that you guys are doing, and as a result, we're trying to go through see the same stocks, see the same plays, avoid the same mistakes, the whole 9 yards.
Rivian down $6 or so now. Contracts are up about 64%.
Nice job.
I'm still being greedy. I want 141.
Let's go. Let's go. That's what I like to hear, Zunaid. I'm being greedy in mine too, so I can't blame you either.
Come on, especially with the market the way that it is. Go ahead.
There you go. Hut starting that breakdown. Can we get that breakdown? We talked about the rule of three, looking for that continued breakdown, now down to 1345s. Can we get some continuation? Mara is another one I'm looking for it to continue on the downside. We'll see what happens with that one. And Zunaid killing it with the Rivian. The Rivian, my man, going short. That's what I like to hear, man.
So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm going to be pissed because this could easily come back and test 150. But, again, I knew I was being greedy. I knew where my risk and all of that was. So, whatever. But let's go.
All right, so now I want to take a second here. Spencer, if you can do me a favor, if you can pull up the movers list, call out big movers on the upside and downside. We want to bring up Benzinga Pro and kind of show off the features that make Benzinga Pro that much.
So my Benzinga Pro is I had to hop off because it was not working. It is working now. Shout out to Hemraj and our support team for having me do some things with my computer. So I got it all fixed now. So I'm fixing my layout the way I like it. So this is the scanner tool. I've got 4 different scanners up on the screen. I'm just going to add a few different columns here to the left side because I like looking at performance from the open, and I like looking at performance in the last 5 minutes. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm having like a bunch of technology glitches today. Some of them computer related, some of them not, but just a weird day for me on the tech front so far. But bear with me while I do that. So this is the scanner tool again. Change from the open. Okay, I'm gonna move over my columns. Right, look at I like that being the losers. I like this being the gainers. All right, we're good. Cool. So we've got on the left side change from the open. On the right side, change in the last 5 minutes. That's what we're filtering by here. So we can find quick movers and overall movers. In terms of quick movers in the last few minutes, Lucid, right, jumps out. Spike for 3% in the last. Let's change this to refresh in real time, not every 10 seconds. And let's do the same with all of them, actually. Real time. Okay, that's better. Lucid jumps out to me. Tattooed Chef jumps out to me on the upside. Past few minutes, OEG is your biggest gainer. I have some filters on, right? So it's not the whole universe of stocks, but OEG is your biggest gainer here, up 7% in the last 5 minutes here. As far as losers, what just happened to BEDU? We just fell 32% in. I mean, it's $1 stock, but oh man, heavy volume coming into BEDU here. Progenity, we've been talking about that all day. What else?
Lucid is running.
All right, guys, it's getting me to that point. We're getting to that 10 o'clock hour. I might just cut the HUT trade right here.
Wait, hold on, real fast. It's funny. Lucid. So there's two Lucids. There's Lucid Motors, and there's Lucid. It's like I think it's a biotech. LUCD. Yeah, Lucid.
Don't tell me they're buying it.
Yeah, Lucid. No, they're not. Lucid Diagnostics. LUCD is the other one there. That one is down bigly today. It's down 18%. Bigly. So two Lucids, one EVs, and they're both down. I mean, I guess Lucid is technically up, but it's down from I don't know. It's flat on an opening basis, but down from the pre-market high. Sorry, go back to what you're saying.
No, you're good, man. I'm looking to see if I'm going to cover my HUT trade here. We're getting towards that 10 o'clock reversal time.
Yes,
SPY just pushed really hard there. So definitely pay attention to the SPY. As you guys can see, that 5-minute candle pushing back up there. We'll see if we can get back through the open. The open candle here was at 468.90. We want to get back above there, maybe to 469s. Let's see if we get a complete reversal here on the SPY, or as it touches VWAP and comes back towards the low 46.7. 50s. If we do break through that, of course, you'd probably be looking for a downside action day. We'll see if we get the reversal right here.
GGPI trading up. If you really want to, see how I set up my Benzinga Pro?
Yeah,
real
teach
quick.
us some. Right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of piggyback off what Spencer is doing. I have something very, very similar here, where I have my main scanner in the top, and then I actually have a scanner set to view crypto in the bottom, just so I can kind of keep an eye on those prices. And then I have a details tool on the chart here, so that I can click through this list and just really quickly view the charts of any of these new items that pop up on the scanner. GGPI here, this is what I was just calling out. This actually popped up on my scanner as this was rocketing, and I called it out here. So this is actually how I use my scanner setup. One of the other tricks that I do is I like to set up news feeds like this, right? So right over here, I've got all of our exclusive and hot news. Over here, I have anything that's filtered towards SPY, so it's a little bit broader market. And then in here, this is just a text glitch there. I have just one category filter here, and that's whims. This is giving me all of the reasons why things are moving. This makes my process of figuring out what's going on right when I sit down very, very quick and easy to do. So this is one of the things that I really like doing. I also dedicate a tab to a chart. So if I really need to do some in-depth charting, I don't have any other tools kind of messing that up. I try to basically arrange all of these things for tasks, right? So if I need to look up earnings, I've got a workspace for that. Same for analyst ratings, same for unusual options, same for the scanner, etc.
It's 10:07. I just before I forget and before we run out of time, I do want to do a very quick crypto update. We try to do one of these every day during the show just to sort of keep an eye on what's going on in the crypto space. So I'm going to do that right about now. Yeah, mostly red out there. Right, we had a lot of red. Not everything. Right, I'm seeing.
I think that's helping my trade also.
Let me go back to my heat map here. There we go. Bitcoin down 2%, ETH down 3%, Binance Coin down 3%, Solana down 6% for Solana. Whoa. Okay, Cardano 4%, XRP 2%, Doge. Not Doge and Sheeb, not the meme coins. Anyway, Litecoin down 4%. This is what crypto does, right? Moves up 5%, moves down 5% on any given day. But this is where we stand for the moment here.
62% on those HUT options now.
Nice. Good call, man.
Let's go. Can I get 100? 71 now.
What are you
Can
targeting?
I get the 100?
What are you targeting? Like
1296 would be the top profit here. A flush down towards 13 right here would be perfect. I'm actually going to start putting out an order to close this, guys. It has 86 on the ask. That's what we're going to put. We're going to put 86 cents on this.
Real quick, Spence, if you could flip over to my screen here. I found this yesterday. This is tied into your crypto update. Obviously, we had a huge pullback yesterday in Bitcoin. And I found this tweet here. One of the largest Bitcoin whales bought more than 200 coins at 62K shortly after selling 1,500 coins at 67.5. So there's clearly some trading going in here. And if you actually go down to this tweet, the third largest Bitcoin whale wallet in the world added 207 more Bitcoin today for a total of 12.8 million. And if you go down here, some really interesting stats. So I thought this was really interesting. To me, it seems like although we're having a pullback, the whales, the big money, the smart money, it's still very, very active in Bitcoin. So I'm again, my strategy here has always been to kind of hodl. Nothing has changed despite the sell-off. Just thought that this was some pretty interesting information. Venture founder.
I have no insight into what the whales are doing, and my strategy is exactly the same as Ryan's, which is this is a long-term, never sell type of situation for me. So on that note,
boom, that's it. That's a wrap. Over 80% on the gain. That's what I'm talking about.
On drip.
On HUT.
On HUT, you're well.
I'm long HUT. I'm long drip too. That's why, Spencer, you missed that trade. Just covered there right now at 1335s. Just covered that. Not a bad trade. We started shorting this one up at the 1430s. Why? Because it was a dead cat bounce trade here on the hourly. I could see this one coming down. Saw multiple highs here. Kept seeing it reject from this 1440 above 1450s, now crashing down. Mara also crashing down, giving you that sign. This was why the trade was put on in the first place. It wasn't put on because of HUT. It was put on because of Mara. I was expecting Mara to see some weakness. That's what I got today. And not a bad trade. Now going to move on to the drip trade. That's time to pat yourself on the back and move on, because one of the things that you can do now is that I could be greedy and try to keep HUT continue down, but it's a YOLO trade, right? And I knew my reward was above 50. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to just sit around to let it come back.
Hey, real fast before I forget, you can get free Bitcoin from Voyager. All you have to do is download the Voyager app, use the code ZING, ZING, fund your account with $100, make your first trade. They'll give you $50 in Bitcoin for free right now. I want to mention Activision Blizzard. It's getting the beats again today. Down 3%. This is just follow through action from yesterday. The stock here. Let's pull up ouch. Here, let's stop my screen share. I'll bring up my screen here in 1 second.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
While you bring up your screen,
I got it.
I want to celebrate right quick. Let me celebrate. I got a new one. Bing!
Oh, nice.
Confetti. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right. Anyway, so here's the ATVI up on the screen. Okay, so this is just follow through actions from yesterday, the WSJ report on what Bobby Kotick knew or didn't know, and how bad the culture is over there. The last thing that an out of favor stock like this needed. I'm on echoing first. Let's try that.
It's because your audio is being shared from your screen, bro.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, what are you, a rookie?
Come on, bro.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Come on, executive producer.
Yeah, you're right. He's right. No, it's not. That didn't. Whatever. It's a StreamYard glitch. I'm having tech problems today. Deal with it. Anyway, Activision Blizzard. Oh gosh. I mean, I don't really know what to say here. I definitely would not be like trying to call
said maybe 5180s, but I don't know.
I mean, I could see like 61, but like I got nothing on you on Activision here. This is just a tough situation.
So a couple of things here. I've been all over this from the very beginning. I traded this prior to this year. I traded this to the upside through 100. And actually, shout out. I don't know if he's here, but shout out to 13, who's part of our community. He's been digging a lot on Activision Blizzard and providing a lot of different news sources, videos on this whole problem. One of the things that's affecting Activision Blizzard, and the reason why it's so difficult to call a bottom, I'm with Spencer in this, is that they're actually having development talent walk out and not do their jobs. So what that means is that some of these products are no longer going to have the expansions and the content that they initially promised. I believe they are not going to do another WoW or another WoW content update for their most recent WoW patch. Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 on hold indefinitely. I mean, really, really bad stuff. We're talking about things that actually affect the bottom line for Activision Blizzard now. And we're probably not going to know the full extent of that until some of these earnings prints cross the tape and we actually get some of that information. So I think we're going definitely below 60. I looked like we'll probably try to bounce at about 56, 57 area, but bad news here on ATBI.
Yeah, this chart looks terrible. I don't know what else to say about it. Ryan, are you a gamer? James wants to know.
Oh yeah, absolutely I am. Absolutely I am. In fact, I used to play MMOs. I see you talking about MMOs. I got to be very, very careful. MMOs will they'll suck the time right out of the entire year. My big game right now is Escape from Tarkov. I'm just absolutely addicted to that. But yes, I also got Battlefield over the weekend.
You had Halo come out yesterday. All my friends were just going crazy. Or not yesterday, maybe it was 2 days ago. I don't know. But with Halo coming out, everyone was just like, "You trying to play?" And I'm like, "I'm a sports video game type of guy, but like,
yeah, me too."
Yeah, our friend Zunaid is big time in that world.
Not big time, but it's fun.
No,
it's
you're
fun.
big time. You're just trying to be humble. You're big time. You're announcing those things. I mean, really
it is a lot of fun.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually freaking jealous. Like I wish I could do something like that. I absolutely love that.
It is a lot of fun for sure, man. Matter of fact, today we had an international team join a few months back. So today's like the expansion draft, which is why you saw my phone blowing up. Rumors just flying around and things like that. So fun stuff.
James, I am a habitual landmark viewer. Absolutely love them.
Rivian here went ahead and tested 150 and then rejected it. Now it may try to test it again. You're up about 40% on those contracts. So do with it what you would like. For me, I already said I was going to be greedy, so I'm going to continue being greedy, and we'll see how it works out for me.
All right. Just to talk about my drip trade, I might add if this can get back above you at 475s on the upside now. We want to see it hold 469 here. Just start pushing on up there to 475. Also want to see some volume added. As you can see, the volume is very low right now. My ADX going down, showing me not momentum. I want to start to see it spike and cross over. I also want to see for the hourly, for us to get back above the one. So the zero line here is for the Chaikin money flow. You guys know we have Mark Chaikin. Yeah, the Chaikin money flow here. Looking for it to get back above the zero line. That will show us that there is some momentum on the upside, money flowing into the name. I'm going to look for drip to break out here.
I'll give the folks in the chat a long swing if they want to go ahead and take advantage of it, and that's going to be Hilton. That's HLT. They went ahead and bought approximately $4 million worth of calls, and they bought the 145 expiring out in May, so May 20th. So again, it is a long-term play, but the reason I don't know if is my chart up.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Drew out support for you guys here. It held 140 1, 2, 3, 4 times pretty much, and now you can see it's trying to climb back up. And with those contracts coming in, it could be a nice swing for you guys, and you should cut it once it kind of breaks 139 and heads on lower, but not a bad entry whatsoever.
Mitch, check out. Can you do me a favor and pull up ticker FREY in your platform? Take a look at this. This has got a really interesting chart. Potential
Gray battery. All right.
Yeah, I mean, well, see, here's the thing. I think that this might be kind of hot with some of the EV stuff. Emerging producer of clean battery solutions for a better planet. Remember, the thing behind the thing is something here. Anyway, really interesting chart here. What do you think about this?
Love the pullbacks to 1323s today. Shows you that high here held after it got above that. It pulled back right to that. So that's the breakout hold. I'd want that to hold on any downside action. You can see how it hold very well into the open today. It even pulled back right to it and then pounced off of that. This is the trades right now, Ryan. If there's any trades that I'd be looking for in the next month or two is looking for the things behind EV. As we see the EV wave start coming back down, I'm expecting to see the things behind EV start moving again. So look for lithium plays, look for battery plays, look for charging stations, look for autonomous plays. Yeah. I think those are going to be the next movers here. That's why I'm still in LAZR, looking for some other plays too to see if they get hot. FREY is one that you can look at. A really cheap name that I might even take a chance is Watt. They have wireless charging for lithium batteries. This could be something that could eventually spike. Look how you're seeing a lot of volume coming in today, 200,000 on that opening kind of print. Look for this to eventually get above $2. If it does get above $2, I'll definitely let you guys know. You want to see this spike first. I've traded this one up before to $3 before. We'll see if we get a move. Some of the ones that I was looking to see if we get a move today are stocks like battery stocks like MVST, QS are ones to keep on watch. QS has been really strong lately. Let's take a look at his daily. Looking like it wants to come back towards that 200-day moving average. That's what I would look for, and I'd look for that next extension up. But man, today, if you're a Mara trader, ouchie, ouch. That is not looking good, man. Look at this 1 minute. It's looking really bad there for Mara. HUT now down towards 13.16. We'll see if those can continue trading down. SPY starting to crack back down too. Remember I said that if we wanted to see it get to the VWAP and get above, not reject back down towards the low, that's what we're getting right now. We're getting that washout look. I don't think we could break this lows, but I think we're going to test it at least. We'll see what happens now and see if we get that breakdown in the SPY. Definitely a good day to have gone a little short on some names. Let me take a look at SPI. This was one that I was taking a look at to see if it was going to hold 7. It's right there. I think it could break out above 7. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Right now, I'm still in this trade, guys. 515s is my entry. I'm not really worried about it.
PPSI took a huge size at 9. It's trading back beneath 9 here, but it took that size out at 9. Popped 7 cents. I got a high of 907, it looks like. Now it's pulling. This is an interesting one. This feels like this goes higher off this pull.
All right, guys, starting to get drip to come up towards those levels that I talked about. HUT, now those contracts are over $1. I got those contracts at, I think, yesterday at like 40 cents or something like that. So definitely a crazy day there for HUT. Those options, I already sold out, but I'm looking for drip to maybe get an ad right here. Let's see if I can get this ad. I want to see some volume come in. It still hasn't spiked on the volume. That's what I'm looking for. If there's no spike on the volume, I don't think the trade is going to continue and give me that nice extension. So let's see if we can get that push now. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a second here, guys. If you guys had a big trade or something you want to talk about in the chat, definitely throw it up. We'll definitely take a look at some of those movers. Looks like around 10:30-ish, I should have a guest join us that has been trading with us in the chat. It's going to show us exactly trades that he's taken. He even went so crazy, it's showing me orders. So just to kind of give some transparency, the guy really wanted to show me, hey, these are actually trades I'm making out there and making some gains hanging out in your chat room. All right, looks like someone's talking about RMO. Why would someone bring up Romeo Powers? Let's take a look here. Looks like RMO pushing on up there to 550s. We'll see if this can get moving. I don't know why you're bringing it up here, but oh, that could be it. Nice 20 million shares traded yesterday on RMO.
Honestly, this was on the scanner earlier, by the way.
Honestly, you might get me long in this. Good job, Buglog or Buglog.
Is Romeo one of the few? Okay, here. So Romeo's up today. While we're on the topic of Romeo, you want to go through the list of these?
Dude, you have a huge list for us.
Before you do, let me go ahead and call my exit. Rivian went ahead and gave us 141.46. It's currently at 141.72. I'm going to go ahead and close out at 3/4 of my position. That's 100% gain on those puts.
Whoa.
The rest we'll go ahead and kind of just see what happens. I expect this to kind of fade all day, but majority of my position is out. Went ahead and got these at about 375 was the average, out at about 760.
Great trade there, Zunaid. Great job.
Thank you. And I hope people realize why, right? It was that psychological level of that 150 hold number, got the break, flushing on down.
Wow. Very nice job.
Thank you.
Benjamin made 100% on his long call. Wait,
on PROG.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Wait, was it a long call option, or did you just go long? I assume he means a call option.
That's what
Yeah,
I call
I don't know.
Okay.
a money drop. You
know what that reminds me? That reminds me of that new commercial that has that.
That's that money drop.
That's nice.
We need to. I would probably get hit with a copyright infringement for that.
No worries. We'll take it.
No worries. No big deal.
We'll just take it, you know. All right, guys. Looks like we have over 720 people here, guys. I said that we'd stay past 11 if we got to 400 likes. We're at 318. We need just a little bit more, guys. 82 more. Can you guys get it on up there? I know that you guys are probably trading in your full-time jobs, so sneak the laptop underneath, sneak the iPad. It's okay. The boss, if they get mad at you, tell them to email Mitch at Benzinga. I'll tell them that you were trading and making some money, and I'll give them a trade or something. Maybe help them out, right? Let's go ahead, smash that like. Let's keep it going, guys. And let's get to 400. Can we get those likes? Smash it on up. Let's go. Let's go.
Couple of reminders. I've mentioned this a few times already today. I'm going to keep mentioning it. Coming up next, frankly, after this show is over, our next show will be Benzinga Live at noon. And on Benzinga Live today, we have two big interviews. The CEO of Fubo, David Gandler, will be on the show at 12:30, somewhere in that area. And then we'll have the CEO of Electromechanica, ticker Solo, SOLO, Kevin Pavlov, will be on the show at 12:45. Yeah, 92 the GOAT.
I love the 92 the GOAT.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
How is the
bow down, my friend? Bow down.
The Wi-Fi? 92 the GOAT. How's the Wi-Fi in the back of your FedEx truck?
Yeah, let us know. Do you got like a little 5G mobile hotspot? That could help you.
Dude, see, this is why we all need to be shorting FedEx right now. 92
because the workers are
92 the GOAT. What are you doing?
Yeah, honestly, an Amazon delivery driver stole my package yesterday, so maybe it's short to ship.
This is an indicator. This is a contra. How is FedEx doing? This is a contra indicator. FedEx. Oh no, we're down $5 today. FedEx is down 1.5%.
You see, it's because they're stealing packages, bro.
Anyway, what I also wanted to mention is we go live every day on this channel, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. But we're also this weekend going to be live on Saturday all day, 9 to 5 Eastern time at the last Benzinga boot camp of 2021. I will put the link to this in the description in the chat. There it is. No, there it is.
Who's going to be there?
I will put it. I'll get there. I will put the. I will put the link up on the screen. There it is. Benzinga.com/events/boot-camp. A lot of names that you know and love will be there. Ripster from Atlas will be there. Jake Wujastic, who we love from TrendSetter, will be there. The head of index options at NASDAQ, John Black, will be there. Anne-Marie Band, who was on pre-market prep this morning, will be there. Chris Capri, Benzinga's newest staff writer, Second Skies Trading, he will be there. Samantha LeDuc, LeDuc Trading. Mark Petrino, the head of the Benzinga Trading School. Neil Hamilton.
How did you leave off Anne-Marie Band? She is the GOAT. She is the GOAT. This lineup is one of the best lineups that I've ever seen. These are just
only missing one trader.
I didn't leave her off.
Oh, I didn't. Then I just didn't hear. That's all.
Ah. All right.
It's only missing one more.
Next time. Seriously.
Who's it missing?
I'm just kidding.
Money Mitch.
Money
Of course, bro. Come on, man. I'm getting there. I'm working on the CMT, guys. Once we get it up there, we'll get on up there. We're working on it.
Check it out.
The study guide. The study guide is here.
Benzinga.com/events/boot-camp, or I think benzingabootcamp.com will also work. Let me double check that right now.
Oh man, Mara just keeps dropping fast, down to 50.46 now. If you're in those names, just be careful, guys. I did not like that probe that was put into it. Just scary news, especially when you have a big gainer. One of the things I always talk about are story changes. and you have to be careful for the story to change. That's what I think happened to the EVs today. That's what I think happened to the Bitcoin stocks today. And so if you're not quick, what ends up happening is you just hand it on back, literally.
Yep.
Mitch, I see our guest backstage. Who is today's guest?
Oh, I'm super excited to get to it. We're going to bring on Winter Devin here. So Devin has been talking about Tesla trades, but let's find out a little bit more about him. We'll bring him on with you guys on here. And then around 10:35, if you guys want to get on out, you guys can head on out.
Wait, Winter Devin, is that his
That's his tag. That's his tag there. You guys can follow him on Twitter.
Is he on Insta? Oh, he's on Instagram. There he is. Winter Devin. I see him.
Oh, I didn't know Instagram, but I got him on Twitter at least.
We'll have to talk about all this. Well, he's got some pretty well shot pictures.
I'm telling you, this guy impressed me. He impressed me. Let's bring him on.
He must know like a professional photographer. Maybe he doesn't. I have no idea.
Maybe he's the photographer. Maybe we need to bring him on.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's a photographer.
Right?
Spencer out here judging every book by its covers.
No, these are like these pictures are very like they look good, is what I'm saying. So,
all right, let's go ahead. Let's bring him on here.
Okay, let's bring him on.
What's going on?
How's it going, guys?
Wait, Denver, are you Denver? Devin, are you a photographer?
Yeah, I mean, I do a little bit of photography. I own a video production and photography company.
That's awesome, man.
So I do quite a bit of that stuff.
Good. Everyone's giving me a hard time. No, you have nice pictures, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Has anyone else ever commented on the niceness of your pictures?
Every now and then, a rare occasion, every now and then.
I'm giving you a hard time. I'm not the only one.
That's what I was saying. I was trying to back you. Come on.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Appreciate it.
So one of the things is you did reach out to us. You've been saying that you've been doing some day trading on the side, been catching kind of Tesla trades. Can you maybe share your screen? Maybe tell us a little bit more about your trading style and how you go about it. Are you more of a day trader, swing trader?
Totally, yeah. Yeah, so I'm a scalper. So I'm usually in and out of trades within a few minutes. And my number one stock to trade is Tesla. And I trade it. It's probably like 70% of my P&L. I'm a huge fan of like learning the personality of stocks and how they move, because obviously every stock has its own way in which they move, how they break out of certain patterns, certain levels and things like that. Mm-hmm. And because of the reason I chose Tesla to kind of choose to double down on was because it's super liquid. It's easy to get fills. Their options are super liquid, and it moves crazy almost every single day. You can get a crazy move almost every single day on it. So that was my reasoning behind kind of learning Tesla and mastering that. I've been trading for almost 5 years now. I started out as a swing trader, then I switched to more of a day trader, and over the past year I've became more and more stubborn with how I trade. I like to get in and out super quick. So yeah, I can definitely share my screen here and we can go over some trades. Today was actually a pretty good day. Traded both Amazon and Tesla today.
Nice.
So we can go over some of those trades, up about 400 on the day on those two.
Love it. Just go ahead and share your screen. Let's go ahead and bring it up.
And while you do that, I don't know about Zunaid, but I have to hop off because we're going to go live on Benzinga Live in 1 hour. I have to start preparing for that show. So I'll see you guys over on Benzinga Live in 1 hour, but I will be watching Devin explain his Tesla trade.
Yeah, I got to get ready for option squawk. But hey, it's been a pleasure, man. I really look forward to seeing what you've got with these Tesla trades. So while I do the squawk, I'll definitely be tuned in for sure.
This is going to be good.
Awesome.
See ya.
Nice meeting you guys. Later. All right.
So then there was two, man. Let's go ahead. Let's get in it.
How do I share my screen here?
So you should see down at the bottom a shared screen, like a little monitor there.
Share from screen. Oh yeah, here we go. Do I do share or edit?
You can share a screen or a window, whichever one you prefer.
I'm not seeing it here.
Looks like you got some fans out there. You got Austin saying hi, Tia saying hi.
I love it.
That's what I like to see, man.
I love
two
it.
Austins in the chats.
Nice.
Got Austin Squares, man.
Sweet. I'm not seeing anything on here. This is weird.
No worries. You should be able to share the screen right there on the bottom of the screen there.
Here we go.
You hit the plus sign. This is like a little plus.
Here we go. Let's see. Let me just make sure no account numbers are showing or anything. All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Take your second. Not a worry. I'm still watching drip, guys. It's starting to turn around on me. I'm probably just going to get out of this trade. It's a very small trade. 63 is my outs. At 66 on the bid side. We'll see if we get out. But here it is. Are you ready for me to share it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you're
Let's
good.
do it. All right, there you go. You got your screen on up here.
I'll widen this for you guys here.
There you go. Appreciate that.
So I watched the 1 minute and the 5 minute.
Nice. I like that.
And I chart everything on Thinkorswim, and I trade on Interactive Brokers. And I fill market orders on Interactive. They have really good fills.
Nice. That's impressive to know. Because one thing and you guys will catch me, I always say no market orders, but if you're getting the good fills, I mean, then you're getting the good fills, right? It all depends on your brokerage.
As long as the spread is tight. So on Amazon, I struggle sometimes. I just try to. So I look at open interest and volume on the options, trade the highest of those, and then usually I can get really good fills on Interactive. They have like a software, like a AI system that gets you really good fills. But so we can kind of go over some of the trades today I made. So I have a rule, like I manage risk one way, and that is go quick or get out. Like that stock needs to be, my stop loss is break even every single time. So I like to find super high probability setups and enter before that breakout actually happens. And then the second that breakout happens, my stop loss is break even. And if it doesn't break out right away, I'm out, because I'm a huge fan of like exiting quick, and then I can reevaluate the trade if needed. So for example here, just like we'll go over some of the trades I took today. So I always mark out like pre-market highs. And if I'm looking at place to the downside, I mark out pre-market lows as well. And then at the open, my three favorite patterns are flag patterns, opening range breaks, pennants, and then red degree moves. So 4 patterns there. And
I like how you don't only have just one strategy to rely on, right? Or one pattern to rely on.
Definitely. And usually Tesla gives you multiple trades a day. So here on Tesla, we have an opening range break. So what I do is, off the open, we had a nice green candle, and then we instantly flush down here. So right away, I mark out the high of that green candle. And now I'm going to be looking for an entry above that green candle. And here we got faked out a few times. This doesn't always happen on Tesla. Usually we just run. But so right away here, I entered calls. I traded slightly out the money. I like to trade the whole number options on Tesla because they're super high in volume. So I entered calls for the break of this, and we instantly flushed down, and I'm out. I stopped out right away. And I get out for a very, very, very minimal loss, probably about $30 a contract. So I'm out right away, and then I re-enter over here for that opening range break. And then right away when we get a pop, I sell 3/4 of my contracts. So I'm out a majority of my contracts right away on that first pop, and then I leave a runner with a break-even stop. I used to never leave a runner, but because I'm so stubborn with my trades, I like to just take profits super quick. But now I'm trying to get better at leaving a runner and kind of letting that go.
I can't blame you for that. It's something that I struggled with for a while. One of the things is when you're out, you're out. But one of the good things is when you let that little bit of shares go, usually you don't have really emotions tied to those shares left. So that's another good thing there, right? Is that we're not feeling so emotional because we at least took that profit. So at least we know that no matter what, from that point on, you're probably green, right?
Definitely. Yep. You're green no matter what, because your stop loss is break even. So you made money. You're just leaving that last one and maybe pull some extra out of it. And I'll scale out as it goes up sometimes as well. So my second trade on Tesla today was right here. So we came up here, this green line, that's the pre-market high. I was looking for an entry around there, but ideally, when we get to that pre-market high, I want to see we get rejected there. I want to see some sort of red. So then I can enter the break of that red candle to the upside. I can anticipate it, but I don't want to get in on a throwing knife where it's just headed straight up like that. But then we got some resistance here, and I wanted to catch the break of this. So I entered here for the break of this resistance. And later in the day, I like to play it a little safer, protect my profits. So I scale out as it goes up. So if I'm in 4 contracts here, I'm just slowly selling as it goes up. Every tick up, every premium hop in those contracts, I'm just slowly selling and paying myself along the way. And as you can see, this thing is just continuing up all day. Stock is absolutely mind-blowing. It just moves all day long. But I use two indicators. I use the VWAP and the 9 EMA. I don't really use the 9 EMA. I look for like flag bounces off of it. Like as you can see, it gets really tight up against that 9 EMA, between the 9 EMA and that opening range break. And then I use the VWAP in a similar way to how a lot of people use something like the RSI. So I basically like make sure that the stock isn't too extended from the VWAP, because that can be a sign that it's just overextended on the day. And if it is far from the VWAP and it's setting up a good trade, I'll just lighten my risk up. So I like to like score each trade, like how good of a trade is this? And that's how I determine how heavy I'm going to go in that actual trade. So my position sizing is all over the board. And I know most of my profits come from the first 15 minutes of market open. So I'm trading pretty heavy the first 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, I'm going super light because the moves are slower, the volume starts to slow down. So
let's take a second here. So one of the things that you mentioned there was that you have your own kind of ranking system. This I really like, because if you really look at a lot of trading, right, you're going to find that there's nothing that's exact. But one thing that we need to do is figure out what are our high conviction trades. Because if we can figure out those high conviction trades and we have a strategy, then we can actually attack and execute, right? So I think it's more important than people know out there. It's one of the main lessons that are taught in the CMT course that I'm taking right now, is figuring out a way to rank your system, right? Whether it be using indicators, whether it be using the price action itself, whether it's using a story, right? Or maybe using a sentiment read. Whatever that may be, you have to find how you can do this, and also how you can distinguish what is a high conviction trade versus something that you feel there's not really much here. It might have a pattern, but the indicators all point to the downside, or the story itself, the social side is not really looked good upon. So those are the types of things that I think really give you edge. And that's what we all need, right? We all need some kind of edge to be in this market. I love how you're going about it, and I'll let you continue, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm a huge fan of like when things are going in your favor and you're in flow with the market and you see really good setups, you have to go in heavy on those trades. Heavier, obviously, manage your risk and everything, but you have to go heavier in those trades, because that's when you win big. Because trading, you don't make the same amount of money every single day. That's just not how it is. So when you see, like, for example, like if you pull up Tesla on the daily here, when Tesla was having this rally here, I was going in on Tesla. I was trading it off the open. And because I knew, when I know something's strong and I know how to trade that stock well, and I see so many good setups, I'm going to pull as much money as I can out of it. And then the second I start to see some chop happen, I'm going to scale down. I'm going to trade lighter, and I'm going to manage my risk much better, or like much tighter. And I'm going to trade with much smaller size. But when things are hot, you have to go super heavy. And that's like the same thing when you talk to a lot of professional traders, they always talk about that. Knowing when to go on the gas and knowing when to like put your foot on the brakes a little bit and slow down,
Yeah, literally, I talk about that all the time. The way I refer to it, Devin, is when the river is flowing and when there feels like there's a dam there, like it's blocking the river. There's times where you're going to feel like you can look, and this is why I always say, look at your journal, look at your data. Your data is going to tell you if your strategy is performing well or not. There's times when it's going to be just killing it. And you're like, man, every trade I take with this setup is doing well. And then there's going to be times where you will run into consecutive losers. This is where the probability of your trades really matter, because you need to be able to adjust that capital hold. Know when to gun it, know when to hold it is so important. It happens to also poker players also, right? They're looking for, holding their chips when things start going right, when the odds start going in their favor. That's when they start pushing the chips in. That's what we got to do as day traders, especially in day trading, because I think that's where you'll find the most, where you're going to get your biggest gains, right? There's those days where the SPY just rips the overall market. It seems like you go into your watch list and you're like, where's the red, man? I can't even find the red stock. Those are the days where if we can push on the gas pedal, we're going to push on our return, and we're not going to let our return come back down on us in those waves of trading. I love the way you're going about it, man. I'll let you finish up here.
Sweet. So yeah, I mean, just for example, like kind of what we were talking about, like last month, the beginning of the month was super choppy, super slow. My entire month's P&L, like 90% of the last month's P&L was in the last week and a half of the month, last week or so. And then it's just because doubling down on what was actually, or when the market was hot. So yesterday, some good trades on Tesla as well that I took. I had 2 entries here. I put some arrows here. As you can see, we had the first entry here. This is something I'm a big fan of, is when I'll look for setups. So like right here, this was a really good setup because we had the pre-market high. So I chart that out. And then we came up to that pre-market high and we got rejected on this green candle. So we had this green candle go right up to there. Then we got rejected down. And then we had this massive wick on this red candle here, which is showing that there's actually buying pressure down here. And there's still a lot of bullish momentum there. So right at the open of this green candle, I'm in anticipating the break of the high of this red candle. I scale out on the top of this green candle and then I sell my runner here. So that was a really good play on Tesla. And then we had this pattern form on Tesla here. It was bouncing off VWAP. I know you guys were watching that as well. So I was watching that with you guys. And then we had this downward resistance. Second we break out of here, we have a surge of volume down here. And the level 2 in time and sales starts speeding up, which is something I like to watch. And we get a nice push up, and we literally push up for a long time there. And I think I made about $520 on these 2 trades right here. So these were some really nice trades. And I'm not trading like crazy size on these. These are just a couple contracts. But Tesla just moves so nice, and it's so liquid, and the contracts move really nice. So if you can learn to trade it, you can literally make a living just trading this stock. And then one like tip I have for scalpers that I've recently started implementing into my strategy is setting your entries around candle closes. So my favorite time to enter a trade, and this is another thing that like I'll size up a bit if this is happening, but I like to enter a trade right before a new 5-minute candle opens, or right at the open of that new 5-minute candle. Because a lot of people are watching for confirmation on 5-minute candles. So I always have my 5-minute pulled up here, and I'm always watching the clock in the corner and just watching like what time are we at here, because if a 5-minute candle, like look at like today, I was getting faked out, but that 5-minute candle, when that closed above that actual level, a lot of people are watching that, and then we get this surge of momentum to the upside. So I always like to enter near the candle close, especially if it's entering into a new 5-minute candle. I've noticed we get a lot of like a whole new level of like volume step in around those levels.
Love it. One of the things with that, Devin, I've seen it also. I watched the clock also. You literally watch for that next tick. That when you see the 59, you're like, oh, it's about to hit it over next 5-minute candle. And the thing that happens here also is the psychology play, right? So the 1-minute traders are usually looking for the range break. Usually it takes about 5 minutes or 15 minutes. And then so what happens is you're getting the combined effect of the 1-minute traders trading with the 5-minute traders, and hopefully even the 15-minute traders. And so that psychology comes into play, giving you that upside breakout and giving you that momentum push. When we're all seeing the same thing, that's when you see these trades just completely fly in one direction, because everyone's seeing that psychology that the herd is on. And when you trade with the herd, yeah, it's good to be contrarian, but a lot of the times when you get that herd to just drive you up, I mean, those are profits waiting for us.
Totally, man. I have a few more on Tesla here to go over. So actually, this was on the 10th. So that was a day last week. And we took 3 trades on Tesla this day. So right off the opening range break, marked the high of that opening candle, broke above, scaled out on the way up, formed a nice flag pattern right here, entered for the break of that, instantly get a massive move up. And then another bullish pennant right here, break out to the upside, kind of consolidated for a bit here, which I don't love, but we did eventually break out of there with volume. So 3 like perfectly clean trades on this. The trend is your friend with Tesla. Don't try to trade against it. If it's strong on the daily, don't try to short this stock. Don't try to go short on it. It's not worth it because it snaps back so quick. So here's 3 of my favorite patterns all in one. We have the opening range break, the flag pattern, and the bullish pennant. all happening in one day before, 9:30 a.m. my time, which is 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So I only trade the first hour of market open. So if I can get 3 really good trades like this, I'm very happy for the day. And yeah, so those are some of my trades. I have screenshots from some fills from today that I guess I can show. I didn't go through and find a ton of my past fills and things like that. I don't really know how to on interactive.
No worries. I don't think you got to really show us that. I mean, you've shown us enough, and we can understand that from your explanation. Yeah, these are trades you're taking, man. Definitely enjoy you coming through and not only explaining how you go about it, but a lot of the psychology behind your trading. I know that everybody out there in the chat, let Devin know how you guys appreciated him going through his whole trading strategy. And one thing that I want to do is I want to open the door for you, man. I'm more than willing to have you on. Maybe once a week we can come on and review your trades. If the chat would love that too, definitely throw it up in the chat. But I think this could definitely work out, and I appreciate you coming on. Not only you trading something that usually day traders have a hard time trading prices over $100. Mm-hmm. Why? Because the volatility comes into play. One thing that I think that helps you is that you're trying to combine kind of these stock price charts, regular common stock charts, with your options trading. I think that actually helps you because you're able to focus on what the common stock traders are looking at. And also you're paying attention to your options change, the open interest and all that, giving you an advantage. Love hearing the trade, love hearing the strategy. And I think you're going to continue powering forward, Devin. Wish you the best on your trading career and continue kicking it and come back for us, right?
Dude, I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on. And I just want to say to everyone out there, day trading isn't easy. It takes a long time to learn. No. It's not like a get rich quick thing. I'm almost 5 years into this journey and I lost money for years, right? But anything that's really anything that has a high payout or has a lot of trading, you can make unlimited money, right? But anything that has that ability is going to be challenging. It's going to take a long time to get in. It's not going to happen overnight. So just keep pushing, keep modifying your strategy. Start a trading journal. Always figure out how could that been better? How can I refine this strategy? And just keep pushing forward. It takes a long time to get this down. Some people it happens quicker. Some people it takes a little longer. But trust me, eventually it'll start to click. You'll get in flow with the market. It'll become second nature. And some months are going to be easier than others. Some months are going to be super challenging, and that's just what it is. But that's what keeps this job exciting. But yeah, super grateful for you having me on, and I'd love to come on in the future again.
Yeah, definitely. You said it best, man. It's not easy, but one thing you can do is work on your skills. Keep working on it. Even if it's just one skill that you're working on. Sometimes we try to learn way too much when we step into trading. Just take it step by step. One of the things is there's no rush. The market's not going anywhere. There's going to be another opportunity. There's going to be another runner. And more than likely, Tesla will probably run again too. But
just get better every day. Just get better every day. You know what I mean? Just shoot to better your skill every single day. And eventually you're going to be the best. You're going to get it down and it's all going to pay off in the end. So,
hey, much appreciated. As you can see from the chat, they love you out there, Devin. We'll definitely have you back and appreciate you coming on, man.
I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, that's we're going to continue here with live trading, guys. If you guys want me to continue past 11, we need to hit the like button. Let's see where we're at right now. Where it looks like we're at 435. So yes, we did hit the likes needed. We needed to hit 400 likes to keep me on past 11. So you know what? I'm going to take another I'm going to actually let's take an ad here on my drip trade here. Look at the ad here now, up to 100 shares here. Let's go ahead. Let me pull up the chart here for you guys. All right, so guys, I got into drip, just added to my position, guys. We're near the average is at 472. So I'm going to draw the circle here at 472. We've seen this trade kind of develop here. We're going to look for this to break out to 5. We are at 472. The out is for us is going to be 468 now. We don't want to see it get below 468. We want to see this breakout right here. Get on up there to $5. I'm taking a nice day trade here for you guys because you guys smashed the like and supported the channel. So definitely that's why I'm taking this. And let's keep going. If you guys got stocks you guys want me to take a look at, I will enjoy going over through those stocks. Looks like there's some trades being mentioned out there. Rivian being mentioned. Roblox. I can take a look at Roblox. Let's take a look here. I'll keep an eye out on that drip trade here on my other charts here up above me, and I'll let you know if we get that breakout above 475, and I'll bring it back to the charts. But Roblox is doing pretty well today, up there towards 122.60. Let's take a look at the daily. This has been doing really well. And I still remember the day that I drew this trend line and I saw these multiple bottom action. I saw this dip down and man, I was super excited about this. I was talking about this in looks like August 13th. August 13th is when I drew this line and I was looking for it to keep going. I remember Cardi B talking about how her kids were going to make her poor because of Roblox. And I've just been seeing that. It's like Roblox is like crack for kids, man. They definitely want it. So I think you can continue seeing strength out of this. If you're an investor, it's definitely looking great there. Hourly supports keep holding. So look how the hourly support holds here. Look how it holds there. Look how it's holding here. So just look for the hourlies to continue holding if you're on the long side of Roblox. Nice work, chat. Let's keep it going. What's up? What's up? TGT talking about Born. Let's take a Born talking about TGT. Let's take a look at Target. Target pulling back here. This to me looks like more like an hourly pullback, but let's go ahead and take a look here on the daily. What do we see here? Daily pullback is down towards the support here. So you want to see this support hold right here. So if you draw that bottom right here, 251, we want to hold 251.50s. So you see how you went down right to that level, right to it. We found it on the daily. We looked it up on the intra, and you can see how it went right to that level. So for me, that's the important level right here. This 251.40s or 251.50s. That's exactly where you hit 251.50, literally on the downside. My box that shows up in this left corner tells me exactly that. And that's at 251.50. So we'll see if we can get it back on up here. It looks like it's on a sideways hourly trend. I would actually look for a breakout through the resistance. Resistance could be right here through the VWAP. If you could see it go to 255, maybe you take it from this support right here. Just setting up a trade, kind of how you could attack it here. You'd be looking for an entry somewhere here. You'd be looking to risk down towards the low, and you'd be looking to make something past the high that you got here. You want to do the pre-market high. Let's zoom out so you can see that pre-market high. The pre-market high was all the way up here past 270s. So that's a great risk to return if it's going to get back up there. But the real question is, do we get that pop here? We'll see what happens there. That was awesome. Devin, Richie, really enjoyed that. Hey, Devin, that's what I like to hear, man. Thank you for reaching out. And you guys also reach out, guys. Sometimes you got to go ahead and you got to break that piggy bank and go after those stocks. That's what Devin's doing. I hope that he enjoys that and continues moving on over because, man, he's killing it lately. And I do really expect for him to continue moving forward. Love the way that he approached it. And you guys out there, if you guys want to come on, reach out to me on my Twitter or reach out to shows at Benzinga. We'll bring you on right here on live trading, especially if you got a trade you want to bring up, or maybe it's just a strategy. We'll go ahead and get after it. Let's keep going. What are the stocks being mentioned in the chat? EVgo being mentioned. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. EVgo. All right, so EVgo up there towards 1646. This one's been a strong one. If we look here on the hourly, I like how it's holding the hourly low here. We talked about how infrastructure is the play for me to focus on. I do like this trade. Multiple times to get above here, you got this kind of one breakout. You got this 2 times. Now you're looking to get this back on up here. If we can get on up here and then hold somewhere at 1650s for pullbacks, I can see it's getting on up there to 20. This is not a bad looking chart there, EVgo. And one thing that is helping it, let's take a look here at the daily. Daily needs to get back above this 0 line here for the check-in money flow. And looking interesting here. It's not a bad play. I think it could push on up there towards 20. We'll see if it gets on up there. All right, looking for new levels on Clove. Let's take a look at Clover Life, Clover Health here. Looking like it wants to break on down here. Looks like it gave that attempt to get on back here 1, 2, 3 times. You needed to see the support hold here, and that's where you broke it down and you gapped down here on that Harmy. So that Harmy, it just can't break that low right now. If it breaks that low, this is looking like it's on the next level down. That's 665 on the downside. You're literally hanging on by a thread right now. All right, time to catch up with some other trades. P. Shannon talking about Netflix here. Netflix, let's go ahead and take a look here at the Netflix trade, see what we got on out there. We're going to keep going, guys, past 11. We'll get you to 11:30 where Benzinga Live TV will get started. They got some great interviews today. Yes, I said it. They're going to be getting into Fubo and Solo. These are 2 major trades out there, so don't miss out. Coming up next on Benzinga TV at 11, you're going to go ahead at 11:30. You guys will see Fubo and Solo on that show, so don't miss that out, guys. Let's keep going in here. So Netflix was the stock that we wanted to take a look at. PJ Sandin, let's take a seat. Let's take a look here. So I'll put myself at the bottom here. You guys let me know if I'm taking up too much of the chart, but definitely seeing a little lift here. Netflix has been really great since it broke out of that 500 kind of tag here, and it went on up there towards almost 700 here. I think we're going to start finally getting into another level where we get a sideways period in Netflix. So just be careful here. I don't see that strength through 700, but it could do a nice little breakout and then come back. But right now, I would just be pulling on hourly supports, making sure that those are holding, like let's say the 675 for pullbacks. As long as that can keep holding, it's still looking bullish right now, but you would want to see it break through 700 today. We'll see if we get that level. What's going on out there? I just want to give a shout out to some of the people that have been hanging out with us all day. That's what I like to see. So Wilker, James, definitely what's going on. Easy Mike, Austin, Michael, Lisa Lee. What's going on, guys? Pradeep, David in the house, Jason, Bourne, of course, Thad, JD's. You guys out there is what it's all about. So definitely smash the like button. And if you're new to the show, say hello. I want to get you guys on out there. Donnell Patterson talking about here, looking pretty much to talk about some cryptos. Hey, if you have a crypto we could take a look at, let me know. Elite talking about FCX. I got you. Let's take a look at FCX. Let's take a sector analysis right after this, but we could take a look here at this copper play here. I'm pulling up the hourly. Let's take a look here at the daily. Daily really pushed on up here through these levels, pulling back from this level right here. I think as long as this resistance holds right here, you're looking good. So that 39.01 on pullbacks, and then you want to see it just flag right on back through there. So let's take a look at the hourly. Hourly shows us that flag in a kind of more detailed manner. We can see how we had 1, 2. We're looking to get that third attempt try towards the resistance. And then we're going to look to see it. As long as this can hold 39.01s on downside, I think you could push back towards 42. Let's go ahead and let's take a look here. Definitely appreciate you smashing it. GoPro lead foot. Got that lead foot. I can't blame you. When I used to drive my Mustang, I definitely had that left foot. But let's take a look here at the sectors and the industries. What is trading well today? Energy up 0.31 from the open. Everything else is in the red. 0.05 for basic materials. Healthcare 0.17. If we look here on the downside, really getting hit is real estate. Really bad there. Let's take a look at some of these big losers. Vino. This is in the real estate one. This one's really getting hit hard right now. It's down about 8%. BEKE crashing down there. CHCI making a move down. Let's take a look at some capitalization here. Let me add some market cap to kind of get us some of these bigger stocks that are breaking down. AMT breaking down. PSA, public storage. There's not much going on out there. But let's take a look here. Maybe we can find something in industrials that is trading on the downside. Looks like farming and heavy equipment breaking down right now. CAT, DE. These are kind of trades that have flipped, right? Let's take a look here at Lucid. How did we trade on Lucid? Did we ever start making a move? It looks like we just traded down. just been trading down the whole time. It did make that high there at 61.81s. This is what I called out in pre-market. I was looking for that resistance to hold. It started flushing on down, and it continues to make that move down. We'll see what happens. I like the stream from 3 different accounts. That's what I like to hear. JD's hit them likes. Jason liked that one too. Let's keep going out there. If you guys have anyone you want to take a look at, Elite looks like he has a 38.75 on FCX. We'll see if that continues to move. Basic materials, what is up? Silver up today, guys. If you want to look at some of these basic material plays, FSM, cheaper name, doesn't look too bad. Had a nice little pop out. Definitely a lower traded stock. Trying to hold VWAP. We'll see what happens on that one and if we get the lift. SVM also trading up there. These are cheaper names, but they are trading well. You got AG also that you can take a look at. Gold has been doing well as of recent. Let me take a look here at some of these gold stocks that are moving well here. It looks like GFI, not a bad one to look for a push back towards 1120. ITRG, BTG, a lot of these gold stocks doing well right now. Lumber and wood production doing well. EVA, BCC, you guys can take a look at, and we'll see if these can continue to run. Let's go ahead. Let's get back to my trades here. I am long drip, guys. I'm long drip 100 shares here. Nothing crazy, something smaller, but I'm looking for the play, the breakout through 475s, up there to 5s. Now we're up there to 475s. We don't want to see this get even below the VWAP now. We want to see some strength come into this name and start getting a push on up. We'll see if we get that next level up. Today we did clear out our trade on HUT. We were short HUT. We took profits over here around the 1330s. We're looking for a move towards 13. It actually went towards a low of 1303. Didn't get there towards 13, but definitely a bad day there for the crypto stocks. Mara also falling big. We'll see if that one continues breaking down. It went down to past that 50.17. That's what I would have for the bearish continued move down. We'll see if that one can continue trading down there. All right, catching up with the chat now, trying to keep it going. Mitch, James is heavy in gold. There you go. I can't blame you. It's been doing really well. I don't trade gold that often, but GLD, GDX, GOLD, there's some tickers James bringing in, and I appreciate you bringing them up. All right, Triple D entry. Not a bad one to take a look at, Elite. Let me take a look at that one. Nice. I like it. I like the chart already. I've been waiting to see what is going to happen with this. I think with inflation, eventually you start seeing Triple D moving well. DM is another one that I keep on watch with this one. You see how they're trading really well together. So Elite, you might want to also keep on watch DM, see if that one continues to make moves. I do like this maybe as a buying spot here, even at 704, looking for a move back to 730s and DM or Triple D also setting on up. Let's go back towards Triple D, looking like it's setting on up, came back above VWAP. So I want to see it touch VWAP and then get right back up there towards 26. Let's see if we get that breakout in Triple D. Not a bad one. I got you, Elite. I'll call him out. You call him out? I'll call him out. Let's go ahead. Let's keep it going. Looks like you got a 24.80 stop there. So we'll see if that can continue moving. All right, what's going on out there? I wonder how much I'll make on hodling Crow coin for 10 years. Who knows, Bubba? Who definitely knows? DM to the moon. Mitch, did you get back in yesterday's dip? No, I actually missed yesterday's dip. I did like that dip in DM. Did come back down on the daily chart towards these levels, but I didn't want to take it because it looked like it wanted to break down through there. And boy, I didn't want to find out that it's at 6 the next day. So I didn't take it. But hey, if you're able to get that one, can't blame you. What's the plan for SEV? All right, let's take a look here. This is a new IPO, right? It actually just opened up, did a couple halts. Just to mention, this is one that I also saw was available on Robinhood's IPO thing. So, you know, there's probably a lot of traders that already are in this one, but they can't sell out. So they're on the long side. We'll see if this can continue pushing on through there and make another lift up. This is a brand new IPO, so really be careful, guys. It could have some trouble here. Mega Mitch, you are the Howard. Oh, hey, Well, I appreciate the love. Dreamscape Digital 3D trading. That's what it's all about, man. Charge point breakout, Elite saying. That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to see these other plays start making moves, and it is starting to make a nice move on up there. Charge point pushing on up there. I think this one's trying to make a move towards 30. I've talked about this trend in charge point for a while. I've been watching this stock just slowly leg on up, looking for it to continue making that move towards 30. We'll see if this one can continue pushing. And these are the types of plays that I've been talking about for the swing trade, and looking for it to continue moving is not the EVs, but the underlying assets behind the EVs. So charge point is definitely one of those with the charging stations. What's going on out there? Definitely smash the like. Let's keep it going. Mitch, Affirm versus Visa trade. Love this pair. All right, let's take a look at that pair. I'm interested in seeing that. Let's take a look at Visa here. Visa is coming on down there. Let's take a look at the Affirm. Oh, look like it's on the upside too. I like it. I like it. So you're seeing Affirm push on up. You're seeing Visa trade down. So are you shorting Visa and long Affirm? Just to kind of talk about that pairs trade there, easy. And when have you been, or how long have you been doing pairs trading, Easy? I don't know if I've seen you really mention that before. Maybe I missed it, but I need to catch that. All right, so it looks like someone's talking about IQ. Baron Smith asking if I could check IQ. Definitely, guys, smash the like as you guys see me keep running through these stocks. IQ definitely taking a dip. This is just looks like a bear pattern that didn't reverse. So you got this dip down, right? Then you get a push on up. This is where you get that first resistance. So you can draw it there sideways, and you can see here that, hey, we couldn't even hold on up there towards those levels. If you can see, we came down, came up, came down, came up, really cracking on down. This looks like it's heading down towards the next down spot. From right now, you can't know. You have nothing to go off of. So it's definitely on the downside, one to worry about. Yeah, Mitch, you missed that. Easy always been a pairs trader. Duh. Come on, Mitch. Duh. Come on, Mitch. You know that. Nah, that's how it goes, man. Definitely Easy if you're a pairs trader. That's what I like to see. I wish you the best. Looks like someone's talking about Planet. Is this Planet 13? I think PLNHF. Yeah, Planet 13. I actually like this. This is an OTC stock James is talking about as a cannabis stock. I've talked about this one as the stock that I compare to in cannabis as the Apple of cannabis. Why? Because they have high retail stores. If you guys haven't seen our tour of the Planet 13 Vegas store, definitely look it up. We actually went in it. I really like this weekly bottom here off that $4. I have never taken an OTC stock, guys, and I just might do it on this Planet 13. I'll let you guys know because I personally haven't traded OTC, but it does look prime, and the chart is looking good here. We'll see if this can continue making a leg up. Sundial Edwards talking about SNDL. So to me, this is still going down towards 75 cents. I've been calling it out. I've been looking for this move down in this area, and then I'm going to look for a spike into the 19th. The 19th is the repurchase program. So keep your eyes on that Sundial. Some heavy wicks on those candles would be nice to hold here. Yep, definitely. Let's keep going. Plug being mentioned by Mark the Realtor. Let's take a look at Plug, see if it's making a nice lift. It did do a lift at the gates. Now it's trying to find some support here. Let's take a look at the hourly chart, see what we're seeing here. It looks like it's trying to hold this hourly support. Tries to trick people a lot, and then holds that hourly support. You've had 1 push, 2 push, 3 push. You want to see this 42 hold and get right back up there towards 44 today. We'll see if we can get that lift. It could come back down towards this 41, but I would want it to hold sideways here at that 42. We'll see if we get that hold. SoFi being mentioned by Mike. I'll definitely go ahead and take a look at SoFi. I'm going to take a quick second to get some water. I have some water in front of me. And when we return, guys, we're going to keep going here on live trading. Don't go anywhere. We're right here on live trading, and we're going to continue going, guys.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
What's going on, traders? How we doing out there? I'm just giving a message out here to Spencer. All right, let's go ahead and keep going here. Let's look at my trade here, guys. I'm still long on the drip, starting to get on up there. Let's take a look to see if we finally start dripping into the green here, because, I mean, we've been trying to get this trade to move here, but it's not making a move. Did like that volume add that happened right here. So now let's see if we can start making that push on up there. We don't want to see it get below VWAP or actually break even now on the rest of it. We're going to look for that push. Let's see if we get that lift. All right, traders out there, you guys know it. We'll see if the cannabis stocks can get a move in. We were watching some of those cannabis stocks, but we'll see what happens here. Definitely smash the like, guys. Let's keep going. What's going on out there? Don't pull a Marco Rubio with the water. No, don't worry. I won't pull that. Let's keep it going. Let's see what's on out there. Plug being talked about by Mark still. Money Mitch, look at the blend. 12 looks the bottom. I'm not sure which one you were talking about, Patrick, but I'll keep taking a look there. Vita Coco, I know that was a recent IPO. I don't know the ticker for that one. So if you want, let me know. We'll see if this one could break on up and we finally get on up there to the 78s, to the 80s, and then break through this high here, 82, getting on up there. Let's see if we can start getting drip to make a move here. All right, so FSR live reveal on YouTube, Fisker. This one is just one of those that I tell you guys, this is a buy the rumor, sell the news. They've been talking about this release of the Ocean for so long. We were talking about it going into November. We were going to expect to see a lift. When did the lift happen? It happened on October 28th. From that point, we've gone already 67%. This is why you have to try to be ahead of catalysts, not be reacting when you see it hit the tape. That's what happened here in Fisker, turning around, and I expect to see it continue on the downtrend there. Lucid also doing the same thing. I can see this one coming back down to 40s. We'll see what happens with this one, and if it continues to break down there. Rivian, I know that earlier on we had Zunaid have a put on this Rivian. Eventually ended up I think taking it off at 145s. Looks like it's starting to come back down too. It's having a weak day, and it looks like a lot of the EV names are having a weak name today. Apple, let's go ahead and take a look at Apple. I did see it break through 150s yesterday. It looked really good after that breakout, and it's looking continued good here. I know that even I'll give him a shout out. AB mentioned this trade on Benzinga TV yesterday. Does look good. Looks great here, guys. Look at this daily, how it held, and it completely rejected up now. Now it's trying to push back on out and break out. We could see Apple up towards 160 really soon. So Apple, definitely one of those charts that's looking great right now, at least the chart itself. PROG looking good. Baron we talked about PROG this morning. I talked about how you could potentially get a pullback towards 5. That looks like that's exactly what we got, guys. It looked more trappy right here. I had that feeling it was going to be a little trappy because it was already extended. Now I want to see it get strong here from this 5, reverse, get back on up there towards 525s. Then we can start seeing that lift going through 550s. We'll see if we get that in PROG. SPI was another one we were going to look to see if it got a lift today. Looking like it's starting to get stronger now. You guys can keep your eyes on this play. I would watch this. Look at this hourly, how it keeps trading hourly, good charts, hourly, now setting up for that next hourly chart. We'll see if this can make that next leg. I did take some profits in SPI earlier today. I took some profits at specifically 715. That was a 39% gainer. Looking to get over a 50% return on this SPI. We'll see if it can get back up through the 7 and then start pushing on up there towards the resistance 750s, and 8 being the target for the upside. We'll see if we get that lift. Drip starting to drip into the green there. We're getting to 479. Can we get on up there towards 480s and past that 480s, start getting up there towards 5? We'll see if we get that lift. Took this trade, guys, added to the trade. Now looking to take this day trade into the move. We'll see if we get that lift. What's going on out there? How you guys doing? SPY and Facebook someone wants me to go over. I'll go ahead and I'll get into that. What do you have to say about IGC? I mean, wow. I mean, IGC is something that I didn't think I was going to hear about today. Rocket being asked, so definitely could take a look at that. Let's take a look here. So first one we wanted to talk about is SPY and Facebook. Let's take a look at SPY. We're starting to come on up, but it really doesn't look strong today. It looks like a sideways action. I've been talking about this on Money Mitch that I expect us not to get through that 470. I'm looking for sideways action here. I think a lot of people are running into starting to take an approach of looking at their gains, looking at their losers. They're trying to determine how much their taxes are going to be. And this is starting to come into play. Also, the psychological factor of I want to make this percentage for the year comes into play here. This is where you got to be careful, because even if you have a goal, doesn't mean you go over your step and push into the trades, because you could get into a world of hurt. Let's take a look at Facebook here. Facebook looks like it's just sideways. It looks really good on the daily because you're starting to recover this long-term trend line. So as long as it can hold that on pullbacks now, I think you're looking good. So you're talking, let's say 330s on the downside. As long as 330s are holding, I'm still thinking Facebook is trying to come back. But is this really a stock that you want to be in? I mean, the upside move, I think, is about like 11%. It's not really a stock that I find sexy. But hey, if you like Facebook, that's up to you. All right, let's go back to the drip. I'm trying to see this trade really get that lift. Now we're up there towards the 480s. We're up, let's say now we're up, what, 8 cents here? We're looking for it to continue moving into 5. Let's see if we get that lift and continued momentum push. Alex Menendez coming in here with the Apple. The Apple. Hey, I don't mind you repeating the Apple, but let's try our best to keep the chat, kind of the value in the chat. Let's not spam too much in the chat. I don't want to put anybody on timeouts. All right, looking at this, Young Money talking about Microsoft quietly making new highs. I think this has to do with what metaverse style of trading it could be going on in Microsoft. Microsoft has been doing really well, and you are right. It's just sneaking up there. And that's why you got to maybe have a piece of Microsoft for your long-term approach, because take a look at this long-term, guys. Long-term, it went sideways until about, let's say, 2017. But after that, I mean, it's made a massive move. If you were buying Microsoft about, let's say 4 years ago, you're up almost 400%. So definitely one to invest in and keep it on watch. Love the $1 sticker. Thank you, Diamond. Which one do you want to talk about, Diamond? Is there a specific stock you want to talk about? You know what? I'll do this for you, Diamond. I haven't used this one, but since you gave me the super sticker, I want to look out for you, man. So let's just do a little diamond hands. Diamonds, baby. Who's got those diamond hands out there? Who's got them? I want to see them. Throw them up in the chat if you got the diamonds. Let's see what's going on out there. All right. Okay. See you later. I'm never watching this show again. Okay. It's okay, Menendez. Goodbye. I'll put you on block. I'll get over it. We don't allow spamming in the chat. We don't want that. We want to keep the value in the chat. We want people to be able to find trades, not find spam. I mean, if that's what you're there for, get over it. All right, let's keep going. GGPI. Let's take a look at GGPI, see what we're seeing on out there. This one's ripping, actually, not looking too bad. Let's see if this one could get moving. This could be that trade that some traders from Lucid kind of go away from. So let's take a look at that GGPI. All right, so Old's talking about GGPI. I've talked about this one on the hourly. I do like the hourly trade here. It is looking like it's setting on up, but it needs to get up through 16 today. We'll see if we get that lift through 16. Looks like I'm getting a call here. Give me a second here, guys. All right, there you go. Stop that out there. So as long as it holds that 1 hour pattern, it still looks great. We'll see if we can get on up there through 16 and continue making a move. ¿Dónde están los manos de papel? I don't know where they're at, man. They're not here. What do you think of Riot? So, Rich, I think Riot, we talked about how Mara has been turning around, how Hut turned around today. I think Riot, you need to see kind of this trade come back or catalyst come into play. I think this could keep coming on down towards that 33.79. Mara is the one that I want to see turn around. The daily is looking not the best here. We want to see it get back on up here towards, let's say, 60s or 70s. If you could get it back on up here, then yeah, I'll start paying attention to Riot again to look for that extension back on up, because it was kind of more of a laggard play, not really a leader. And so we'll see if Mara can get it going as the leader in the industry. And this is what it's all about, relationships. What's going on, Maria? Throwing up the diamonds. That's what it's all about. There's a lot of stocks being mentioned here. I'm going to keep going through. Eduardo talking about Disney. Let's see if Disney ever caught a bid there. Disney still on the downside there. It's a hard chart to call here. I personally would probably just stay away from it, but even I have been trying to call that Disney low, so we'll see what happens with this one. Yeti being mentioned by Bubba. Yeti, you guys know, outdoor play, leisure. Doesn't look that bad. It looks like it's setting on up, and what I like about this one is that it keeps that trend, that kind of angle. As long as it can hold that angle, get on back above, let's say make sure it holds 102s on pullbacks here and gets on up there through the 110s. Let's see if we get that breakout in that trade there. That's Yeti. What's going on out there, Eric? It's all good. Appreciate you. Dash talking about block. I'll take a look at that one, Dash. Let's take a look, see what we're seeing. Drip is moving on up there. It's up towards 484s. I'll get back to it when it gets towards, let's say, 485s. And then we'll look to see if we get that move towards 5. But I just don't want to keep a trade on here or a chart, and if you guys are not even looking at it. So you guys let me know if you guys want Drip back up, but I can bring it back. Block. Let's take a look here. BLOK. So looks like it's an ETF, the data sharing ETF. So one of the things I like about my TC2000 is that I can click here and I can catch all the tickers that are in this ETF. So we're talking about tickers like BKKT, SDIG, AMD, TSM. So that now you know some of those good ones. But it does have Mara that's not looking good right now. Visa that's not looking good. PayPal that's not looking good. MasterCard that's not looking good right now. So some of these are really struggling. Like let's say Square. Even Hood is struggling right now. It still hasn't even make a pop up. Twitter is looking on the down end. There's a lot of these that are looking on the down end, even though you have some here pointing to maybe some upside, like AMD is probably the best one in here, and so is TSM. But to me, you just got to be careful here. Definitely BLOK. Let's go back to it. Let's see what we can see on the chart. So I would look at the monthly with this one. Looks like as long as you can hold this monthly high for pullbacks, because you pushed out above this, right? So you want to hold this monthly high on pullbacks, seeing if we can continue the run. So 56.74 is where I want to see it hold. If not, it could come back down to, let's say, 52.60s. We'll see if it holds that push that it just made. All right, time to catch up with the chat. Mitch, any SPACs on watch for you? Hex talking about. I'll definitely take a look. Probably LAZR. Young money already bringing it in. So I appreciate you bringing that up. Bullish engulfing on the drip. Let it keep going, Elite. I won't take a look at it. Let's see if we get that 5. Hood is Kathy Wood still on Hood? I'm not sure. I have to take a look to see if she still has some Hood. I would have to confirm that for you. I don't know 100%, JD. All right, stop at 468, drip entry at 475. So don't worry, Elite. You're pretty much taking the same trade as me. My stop was 468. I'm actually a little bit under. I got a little bit better price than you. I got 472s. So I'm in this trade with you, man. Let's see what happens. Oh, you're looking at it on the 1 hour chart. Not a bad chart to look at. I love the 1 hour chart. Rivian, we've already taken a look multiple times. We'll see what happens. Time frame, JD was asking. Hey, there you go. TRT, please. A tech company making high for the last few days. I got you. I'll take a look at that. But you guys do me the favor. It looks like we have 450 likes. No, we got 497 likes. Can we get above 500? You guys that are just joining in and getting some of these tickers called out, please smash that like, support us. Let's see if we can break 500 likes today. Smash it on up, guys. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm here for. Definitely hit that like. Let's keep it going. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. So we're going to look to see if we're going to make some money today. Let's see what happens on out there. I'm looking for a little push here in the oil. Of course, we're trading the inverse here. Let's take a look at that and see what we're seeing. Alberto is airboat, but Garcia, how we doing out there? Share on Twitter. Yes, please, guys. We want to get more people in here. Hit that share button. Let everybody know. We do this every single day for free. Live trading. We've taken some live trades already. We took a over 70% winner today on HUT overnight. Overnight, guys, over 70%. So definitely smash that like button. Let's keep it going. That's what it's all about. We're going to keep rocketing on up, guys. Let's keep going to the moon. Let's go, guys. What do you guys see out there? All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. I forgot to hit the like. No worries about it, Dash. Let's keep going. All right, looks like let's take a look here. Gush bounce here. Quick exit, $1 target. We'll see what happens here. Let's take a look at the drip, see how we're moving. You said you were looking at it on the 1 hour chart. I like that 1 hour setup. If we get through the 484s, let's see if we can get on through there. We are just pulling back a little bit right here, but I'm looking for that extension through 485 up there towards 5. We'll see if we get that lift. Mitch for president, Alex says. No, I don't think you want that. I don't think you want that. Puff money. That's what it's all about, man. Look. I can blow some smoke too. I can do that. We can get a little hazy in here. Who's blowing out the smoke? Did this become 420 all of a sudden? What happened? Are we looking at cannabis stocks? Getting a little smoky in here. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens in these cannabis stocks today. Sundial, does it move? Nah, it's on the downside right there. Looks like it even could have made it halted on the downside there. Just be careful there. We'll see what happens. Don't you do that already? Shh. James, don't be giving out secrets, man. CrowdStrike breaking out, says James Price. Let's take a look here. CRWD, CrowdStrike ripping on up there. This looks perfect. This looks like a pretty pattern, guys, and it's looking like it's trying to fill this gap on up here towards 282s. At least for right now, that looks great on the 5 and 15. 5 looking the best probably. You see this flag pattern right here. Nice little pattern. Now finally holding VWAP, so I would look for it to hold the VWAP no matter what now. 265s on pullbacks. Looks great here. Multiple times to try to break down, and then you get above VWAP, slightly below it, then you claim VWAP and hold there. That giving you that sign that it's trying to head back towards this high. The high is a 268.25. We're talking about CrowdStrike here. Can it get back towards that 285 here? We'll see if it gets on up there towards this level. The high is actually 268. 25 there. So 268.25. We'll see if it can get on up there to that level. CrowdStrike having a good day there, at least bouncing back. This one actually got hit hard a couple days ago. So it's trying to get back above that high. Let's see if it can get into that area, into that gap zone. We'll see what happens in CrowdStrike. HUT is booking. All right, let's take a look at HUT. How did it end up doing? Oh, it's starting to come back. Hey, well, that's what it's all about being a trader, right? So I got a lot of pushback for shorting HUT yesterday. People on Twitter were going crazy. They were like, no, evil short alert. Hit up Money Mitch. We can't have evil shorts. Oh, my God. Then I realized, I looked on the guy's page. The guy literally has a HUT t-shirt in his profile. That just shows me, guys, you can't be so in love with stocks that you can't take an opposite view on your stock to the point where you become a troll. Guys, come on, guys. This is what it's all about, guys. It doesn't mean that I'm bear against HUT. I'm a trader here, guys, trying to make some money. And as a trader, one of the number one things that you're going to find out is that you need to be able to be flexible on your views, be able to change them when you want to, and know when to call them to the upside when they're going to the upside. If you can't change your view and be flexible on that, and you're just going to be driven to one-sided view, then guess what? You're going to be blind. If you want to be blind, I mean, go ahead. That's up to you guys. All right, let's go ahead. Before I buy DKS, can we talk about it? It kind of makes me not want to talk about it, Bubba, but I'll definitely get into it. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at DKS here. All right, guys, looks like this is going to be the last stock of the day, so smash the like button, guys. I'm going to be getting you guys over to Benzinga TV up next. Looks like they went live on time at 11:30, so it's me that went over today. So we'll see if we can get this on up. But DKS is one that I was watching to get on up here. I talked about it when it did this kind of gap down fill. Now it's been going on up here, starting to turn around here. Watch other stocks like Nike to see if they can continue the trend. I know Nike's been doing really well, but definitely it's not one of my favorites at this price right here. But always do your own assessment, make your own choices. That's what we're here for, is learning about process and learning how I go about it, guys. I'm still long that drip. I'm going to keep in that trade. I'll let you guys know what happens on my Twitter. Up next, Benzinga TV. You guys are going to get trade ideas. You guys got Fubo interview. You guys got solo interview. You got some great segments. Go mess with AB. He did call Apple long. So, hey, just a good idea from yesterday. Go check out Benzinga TV. That's coming on next. We'll see you next time here on Live Trading with Benzinga. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave some comments after. Let us know how much you guys appreciate going through this and staying until 11:36, guys. Please smash that like. We'll see you next time.